Welcome back to Man Down Sports, everybody, man. We got 4 squares for y'all, and we got a lot of good topics and a lot of
Nah,
good
you
stuff
got
to
3 squares and Jay. Nigga, y'all square, not me.
Well, you know what? Let me do proper introductions. After y'all come in and y'all hit the like button, and then y'all go ahead and hit the share button, get some people in here, and then y'all go drop in the comments and let me know where my moderators are at, and also let me know what city y'all watching from and all of that good stuff. If y'all new, make sure y'all definitely let us know that y'all new so we can shout y'all out. But if you are new, to the top left, you got Bree from, I want to say from Man Down Sports because that's what it is, but I can't forget to mention No Bull Podcast. So y'all can catch her own podcast on YouTube as No Bull Podcast. And then we got Chris at the top right, who always got the fly hats. Got myself, and then on the bottom right, we got the Rolex wearing.
Woo!
Pinky ring glaring.
Woo!
Kiss
limousine
stealing.
riding.
Woo! Limousine riding, jet flying,
Wheeling dealing.
Son
of a
and
gun.
I guarantee you he's probably having a hard time holding those gators down. Mr. J. Ramon Coltrane in the building. What's good?
Dang Gators today.
Yes, sir. Talk to him.
Picks of the day, baby.
Hey,
It's a full type of day.
It's a full type of day, baby.
The fact that Chris had them ready to go, like right there.
It's a full type of day, baby. What y'all know about it?
Yeah, let's get it. Woo!
The Burks on him.
Not Mel pull up in the park the Red C5s.
Hey, bro, I'm always in the Burks, man. I'm always in the Burks.
Nah, what's happening, everybody, man?
I got so many different colors, man. It's crazy. Like
What up,
they don't even
What
know.
up?
Hey, they was like, Melvin, where you getting them Burks? Are you dyeing them? I got so many different colors of them.
Man, somebody please tell me y'all caught that reference.
Nah, they too young for that.
Somebody please tell me y'all caught that reference.
They
Are
too
you
young
dying?
for that. They don't know. They don't know about that.
10 is
They don't know about that. And Bree didn't know about them that kiss stealing and holding them gators down. She clueless right now. She don't know
Yeah, I
nothing
have no
about that.
idea what's going on right now.
I
I thought
know
about
nothing- you
the
don't know
Eddie
nothing
Murphy
about that.
Delirious.
You don't know nothing about Nature
look who
Boy?
commenting, y'all.
Oh, it's the
Oh.
it's the
Shout
first
out to
lady.
Britne.
I hope you had PTO to cover today. Shout out to Britne, man. Shout out to
Vandross in the
wherever
house.
she
We
at.
got any moderators in here? I don't see no moderators.
My boy said more like Dusty Rose. Hey, Dusty was mean on the mic.
Hey, Dusty was cold, boy.
Barry White Jr.
Dusty was cold, man. All right, man. Let's get into some of these topics. If y'all ready to go.
Do it.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Luka Vandross, y'all. Golly, man. It's getting bad, dog. They already gave, like, last week, the media took turns, just getting on his defense and getting on his effort and all that stuff, man. And then I thought it was gonna die down, but this week a new slew of media members came in, and we had daggone former coaches calling them out. Sam Mitchell, but you go hear that first, and then after you hear Sam Mitchell, you go hear Kenyon Martin talking about it. I mean, it's a phenomenal turn of events how they turned on Luka Vandross, man. But they saying the same thing we've been saying this whole time on this panel. But I'll let y'all hear what Luka or what Sam Mitchell was saying about Luka.
Who really wants to play with Luka? Rob, let me ask you, if you're a young player that wants to play basketball, run, cut, move, and play both ends of the floor, how are you going to feel when your best player, your star player, the player that has all the juice, don't play defense and nothing is said to him? And then everybody else is held to a different accountability. Everybody else has to play defense. Everybody else has to run back in transition. Everybody else have to do all these things. But you watch on tape time and time again, Luka does none of it. And no one says anything. Or if they say anything, it's empty because there's nothing you could do. How do you think that's going to work? And at some point, NBA players that likes to play basketball, that want to participate, they're going to get tired of just standing in the corner watching Luka decide to throw me the ball with 2 seconds on the shot clock, and now I got to take a bad shot.
I just don't think the way he plays is going to get it done. I understand, man, that's the way the game is now. You have a main guy that's ball dominant that dictates things and all that. It's very rare, man, where that ball ain't moving, guys ain't in the rhythm. It's very rare, man, you have success. Some of them bad step back threes and he takes. That's demoralizing at times. Does something need to change? Leading the team in scoring and assists, right? Yeah. I'm a firm believer in averaging 30 and 9. Let's average 25 and 13.
Someone like a Luka, right, that don't play defense, but he plays hell of an offense. That player gets attacked. Why doesn't the defensive player who can't play no offense, no one says nothing? Vando's smart. Anybody who's on this team for defense, I gotta criticize you because you're not doing enough. He's all NBA. He's leading the team in scoring. Are you leading the team in steals? Are you leading the team in deflections or something? You gotta make it up for you to be on this court, or that I'd rather just get another offensive player.
The great players did it on both sides of the floor. That's why we're talking about Luka. Kobe Bryant did it. Michael Jordan did it. LeBron James did it. If you want to be up there like those type of guys, I need to see it on both ends. If not, then take that scoring and go on somewhere.
Well, Curry did it.
And Curry played both sides of the floor. Curry was out there guarding. Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
Well, I'll call Steph right now. Steph actually did play defense.
Call me, Mr. B.
Hey, Steph wasn't just letting you go. He gave effort.
Yeah, he gave effort.
At least give
This
effort.
don't even give effort.
Give a lot of effort. That's what defense is effort and energy.
Effort and energy. That gets a pass. I want you to do more of what you do, just like I do more of what I do.
All right. First of all, shout out to Mama Chin in the house. That's her comment on the screen. That's Corey's mom.
How you doing, Miss
y'all.
Chin?
Yeah. And she,
Hi,
I think, yeah, she had a comment earlier. She said, "Did we run Corey off?" Absolutely not. Corey working hours is Corey working hours is a beast right now. But yeah, no, we never run Corey off, man.
No, that's the homie, that's the big homie.
Yeah, always. Yeah. He'll be back football season when his love come back. He quit us. He quit us. We ain't quit Corey. But yeah, so here's the thing. Y'all heard Gilbert Arenas trying to take up for Luka, saying that, you know, he's doing so much on, and I hate that approach where you say somebody's doing so much on offense that, you know, they should be all right, you know, to be subpar on defense. And then I've never heard nobody challenge the defenders like Vanderbilt and Marcus Smart and say, why you not doing more offense? If you want Luka to play more defense, why you not doing more offense? And it's obvious because Luka got the ball all the time.
Where the ball at? Give me the ball.
Yeah, I need the ball. I don't need the ball to play defense, but to play offense, I kind of need the ball, big dog. You know what I mean? But
it helps.
It helps a whole lot. You know what I mean? Unless you Houdini. Houdini might can score without the rock, but you know
everybody else.
Yeah, it's real tough. But let's open the floor. I want to hear what y'all think about what Sam Mitchell said about who wants to play with Luka, and then Kenyon Martin saying it's hard to win like that. Amongst what Brandon Jennings was saying and stuff, is all of that as well. So what y'all think?
There was this legend one time, right? And they was talking about there was a player, he was lighting the floor up offensively. I mean, maybe averaging like 35. And they interviewed this legend, and he was like, yeah, I'm not impressed. That's not winning basketball. As long as he plays like that, he'll never win a championship. And the guy they was talking about was James Harden. All offense, no defense.
Mm-hmm.
And the legend happened to be Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Now, I say that to say this. Luka doesn't play winning basketball. So who wants to play with him? The answer is nobody. The answer is nobody. There's a few people that want to play. I'd play with him. That means I'm in the NBA getting a check to do nothing. Because if he ain't playing defense, I'm not playing either.
You know the guys who probably don't mind playing with him, because I'm not gonna say nobody wants to play with him, because I've heard people from Dallas like Theo Pence and
I would say no superstar wants to play with him.
And then with it, and that's the key word. No superstar wants to go over there and do that unless you're the number two. The number two can do it for about 3-4 years before they get tired of it. You know what I mean?
And the only reason why Brian can tolerate it, because his clock running down, like he our age. So he's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he still don't like it. But he just
Yeah.
like, man, hey, I
Which
ain't
is
got to
funny
go.
because he's done it to so many people. Like this is his system. he made this system famous. He's done it to so many people.
No,
Now,
that's no
he's
different.
Chris Bosh.
That's no different. How I like to aggravate people, and I get real upset when Coltrane aggravates me.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
It's the same thing, man. When you know what I'm saying. First of all, that's my patented move. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't come over here to my team.
Yeah,
hitting me with the me
and pulling me on me.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Brian said, "Fuck it," and just cut the rest of his hair off. He was like, "Man,
yeah."
I'm out here."
But for people like Theo Pinkston, who once he left Dallas, nobody else wanted him, and he's out of the league, only getting 6 years out of, he's still kind of like in his prime right now, so he should be on the roster right now. But he didn't mind playing with Luka because, hey, look,
First of all, stop it. He should not be on the roster right now.
Stop it. Daniel Pierce can ball. Carolina Tar Heel, man. Come on. But here's my thing. When you are a French NBA player and what's keeping you in the league is the fact that you are willing to go stand in the corner and then play defense for Luka so you can get a check. Those guys, yeah. But notice the guys who don't mind playing with Luka, now that they're away from Luka, can't stay on the team. Dinwiddie, Theo Pinkston, like they're off squads and they can still hoop. So you don't have a long shelf life unless it's attached to Luka. That's why I would never want to. It's almost like being typecasted in Hollywood. Once you play Ghost in Power, everybody wants you to be that same type of dude on every movie. You know what I mean? So
when you got to remember who he played earlier before he played Ghost.
He played in
the color for Color Girl.
So you do the bending.
Yeah, boy.
I'm just a man.
Ain't nobody bending me over. So you doing the bending.
That man needed Ghost to revive that shit.
He actually played Ghost on Next Con Air, or not Con Air, but Next Day Air with Mike Epps and Mos Def and the dude from Family Matters. The one that
Reginald Johnson.
Yeah. Anyway, Luka Vandross, Bree, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I want to start off just throwing that word accountability out there and enabling, because when it comes to the NBA, it just seems like they're very reactive as opposed to proactive with changing the guys' behaviors. Especially in the past, we've glorified Luka. We put him on a pedestal. He got the most votes for All-Star MVP. All-Star from the fans. And so obviously this guy is well liked for a reason. It's because he's been pushed and he's been glorified. And now his defense is starting to become a problem as we're moving into that era where we're truly picking people apart, and he's catching that flame, that heat right now. But if the Lakers were doing better, I don't think anybody would be saying anything. And I think that's what frustrates me about it all. And so I like the fact that we're talking about defense being something that needs to be a part of a guy's game, and hopefully it'll catch up in the players actually caring and putting forth that effort. But still right now, I don't, the media is so polarizing. It might not change the behaviors of a guy like Luka. Look at his contract and look what keeps happening now with JJ Redick. And I may be getting ahead of myself. I think you're going to see some type of outliers pushing back to the behaviors. But until we actually see some changes with these high level guys we're calling superstars, then, we can say all we want. But
do you know what the changes gonna be? The changes gonna be when the media starts to call it more down the line and more the way they to a standard of what it was before. Like, defense is not something that we should just be hoping that a star player would play. Like, every star player should be playing some defense. And I'm tired of hearing we're excusing Jokic and Luka for their lack of D. And I think this is not what people are saying. They're not saying this, but the reason why want to bypass defense so much for those two guys is because I think they think in their head, looking at their body type, looking at their their skin color, they just assume you can't be too good at defense. Like, you just don't have the attributes to move your feet and move, well and stick with some of these athletes. But then I look at like Cooper and Cooper Flag, and they are D'ing up. Like,
hold on, you look at people like Con who?
And let's even say Grayson Allen, who even though he
Grayson
fouls
Allen
and he plays
too.
a little dirty, he's
Hold on, time out.
moving and trying
You know
his
what all those
best.
three got in common?
Duke.
I was about to
No.
say they went to Duke.
Yeah.
That and they of European descent.
That's the first one that I would.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of
they
others
lock
like
up though. They lock up, so you can't tell me Jokic and Luka can't do it, and you can't tell me they can't be in some decent shape. I mean, I know everybody got different genes, but like, dude, you ain't gotta have that by running out there with titties, man. Like, you don't have to.
And even if
Like,
you
that's
do,
a
you can
choice.
give effort on defense. Like, there's no try. He just be like, oh,
Right.
they got the ball. All right,
and
I
that's
see.
why with Steph Curry, yes, he was small. And I think when he started to get on people's radar as his defense was not that good. And then he did pick it up. So effort and energy, like they said in the soundbite, effort and energy. And that's what
Correct.
Steph gives, even though
Yeah.
he's so small.
Yeah. And yeah, Kurlenko was a good man. It's a lot of good defenders.
At least make your man change direction. Like, if you can't stop nobody, like, I
Force him to
understand.
go the other way.
Yeah,
Force him
I
to-
understand. Like, give him a little bit of time to beat you. You getting beat off of a straight line.
Fight.
Like, they not even. It ain't even
Fight.
no in and out, no whoop de wop. It's
Do
just
nothing.
dribble, score.
They don't.
Right.
They
Yeah,
don't
some
call
of
him
it-
a phone for nothing.
Yeah, and some of it be effort, man, because like rotating or actually rotating more than once in one possession. Like,
I seen
You know,
him rotate
that's
one
how-
time, and then when he was supposed to rotate to the corner guy, he just pointed at him like, "Yep,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to
I
be
can
right
see-
here."
I could see why maybe a DeAndre Ayton would not want to necessarily play defense as hard, because then he actually ultimately suffers because he gets the foul. You know what I mean? He's the one, if they get blown by, he's the last line of defense. So now he's accumulating all these fouls. And then he's not
DeAndre
playing
Ayton
anyway.
DeAndre Ayton is a terrible example in this case anyway.
Absolutely.
'Cause
He
DeAndre Ayton
is,
never
but
played defense.
even when he first got drafted and there was all that hype around him,
He was
DeAndre
soft.
Ayton,
Yeah.
DeAndre
He was
Ayton is
too soft for us.
he's actually Houdini that Melvin was talking about, because his first 2 or 3 years in the league, we thought he was going to be something.
hey,
Surprise, nope.
crazy? You know what's crazy? I hear Van Gundy when he coached Orlando when Dwight was there. I hear Jameer Nelson. I hear Turkoglu. I've heard several people that played with Dwight Howard, even Gilbert Arenas, who all admitted that they sucked on the perimeter on the defense. But Dwight Howard used to always tell them, "Don't worry about it. Just send them down here. Don't foul them. Don't bail them out. Just send them down here. I'm going to block the shot."
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, I'm going to block the shot. And Gilbert Arenas was like the first time he realized that, dang, if I get beat, they ain't got no chance in the paint because the big fella back there.
that's probably why the Spurs are doing so good right now. They know the pressure is off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, think about it. You had Jameer Nelson at the point, Gilbert Arenas coming off the bench, Rafe Alston. Neither one of them are good defenders. Turkoglu was probably Turkoglu and Michael Petrie. Well, I ain't even gonna say Turkoglu. He did pretty good at times, but Michael Petrie was their best defender. And then they had JJ Redick come off the bench. Like, think about that. Think about those guards trying to stop people from penetrating. And they had to stop Kobe in the finals, which they didn't. But I mean, that's crazy, man. Dwight Howard made that much of a difference. What you shaking your head for, Jay?
Because trying to stop Kobe in the finals is funny.
Man.
And no, listen, and I don't know if JJ Redick's the coach to coach defense. And that's my guy. I'm a JJ Redick guy. That young brother, that young black man is an excellent basketball player and coach. But he ain't locked nobody up ever.
Nah.
Ever.
Nobody ever looked at JJ. Nobody ever looked at JJ to be a 3-and-D guy. You're just a 3.
And in college,
He gave effort though.
in college, if you tried to lock him up, he was just gonna bust your ass.
Nah, he was cold in college, boy. You couldn't tell him and Adam Morrison nothing. Them boys was or Wally Zerbiak or Jimmy Fredette. There was daggone snipers out there. Snipers.
Jimmy Fredette, that's a name I ain't heard in a while.
No, I don't understand how they don't transition over. Like I don't get it.
I mean, think about the type of competition you facing in college. Like everybody not going pro.
But if you could put the ball in the hole from deep, pause, like you should be able to do that at any level.
Still though, man, it's different.
Shoot, man. Adam Morrison should have been. He should have. JJ Redick made 12, 13 years out of it.
He was a scorer, and
he
plus
shoot
Adam
too.
He was streaky. He wasn't like JJ Redick or nothing like that. Like JJ Redick is a shooter. Adam Morrison could shoot, and he was a scorer. Like he put the ball in the hole and get buckets mid range. Like he was a bucket for real. Jimmy Fredette could shoot, but the way he played was like, give me the ball and I'm gonna pull up off the dribble, which teams wasn't allowing players to play like that back then when he came in, and he wasn't good enough to he wasn't gonna be no Dame Lillard. You know what I mean? So he had to figure out another way to score because he wasn't gonna have the ball and then take 30 shots like Luka.
So in other words, he's still trying to figure out another way to score.
Well, I think he's playing volleyball for Team USA now. Or 3-on-3.
Nah, he was on the 3-on-3. They got smoked. They got their boots smoked.
Yeah, he ain't got the boots smoked.
Shout out to Damian Lillard for winning the 3-point contest and not playing a single minute this year in the NBA.
Let's go.
Shout out to him.
So he tore his Achilles before Tatum, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think he tore his before the playoffs.
Yeah, week before.
He tore it before Tatum, and then Tatum tore his before Halliburton. Dame's not back yet. Tatum came back. That's kind of
he back, but he ain't back.
we'll get to it on the next segment. We'll get to the next segment. I want to ask you this though, Chris, because now that we are hearing everybody kind of talk about Luka's effort and his defense and his play style, and Draymond Green was like, well, if y'all go try to clown Luka now, then y'all owe Nico Harrison an apology, because the same stuff that he was saying, the reason why they traded him, now y'all are coming and confirming that it's an issue. So was Nico right or not? And if Nico was right, apologize to him, because y'all ultimately got that man fired. And then Stephen A. Smith came in and kind of responded to it and was like, nah, he didn't get the trade package that he should got for Luka, and that's why we clowning him and all this stuff. But I don't know if all that is really accurate. But Draymond Green responded a second time.
The problem that I have is we're calling for all this accountability, but all these guys just get to say things, and there's zero accountability. There's zero accountability when it comes to me. You just literally get to throw shit at a wall and see if it sticks. Zero accountability. But always want to hold others accountable. I don't understand. Like, these guys don't have to answer for these awful ass takes they make. How wrong they be in most situations. But these are experts. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. It's the only thing you can become an expert in and never have any experience with the game. But no one's held accountable. But we want to hold everyone else accountable. That was my take about Nico Harrison. Everyone wanted to hold him accountable. Those same very people get to come out and now crush Luka Doncic. So we're just crushing everyone that's doing something, that's done something. We're just crushing everyone. Because initially it was Nico, about Luka. Now we're destroying Luka. But you people crushed him. For him. No, you crush him. Where's the accountability? I have not seen one person come out and say, well, Nico said X, Y, and Z. I agree with it. You don't have to agree that Luka's a bad player because he never said that. but you're saying he's unwatchable. So my entire point was, where is the accountability?
Do we gotta
just get to throw shit at a wall and see if it sticks and be called experts?
Do we got a point or no, y'all?
Yep.
Yeah. Ain't not wrong. I mean, well, one, we already know what Stephen A is, right? And I agree. I wonder where a lot of these people who get, 10, 15, 20 years in the media, where's your credibility come from? Because some of the takes that they come up with are pretty outlandish. I also didn't like the fact that he said that the trade package wasn't worth, you didn't get what you could have for Luka. For Luka, knowing that they got the number 1 pick, but you just can't come out and say that. So you gotta, you can't come out and say that. But right, whatever. By the way, Jayson Tatum just got his first bucket. But no, Nico was right. Oh, he got a second bucket. And I don't know if it's because Dallas loved Luka or if there was a money issue or whatever. But isn't that around the same time that Mark Cuban got out of being, the majority owner of the Mavericks as well?
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of writing on the wall. And somebody said in the comments, Nico was the scapegoat. Somebody had to take the fall. You're not really going to fire Jason Kidd because, honestly, when it comes with trades, that always comes from the front office. So it had to be somebody. But everybody knew what Luka was. Luka doesn't play defense. It's not hard to see. He gets taken out on defense in close games, in crucial games, because he's a cone.
Mm-hmm.
And what was
and
so
he
crazy,
don't be in shape either.
And what's crazy to me is that series against OKC, I want to say the year that they went to the finals, there was no way, you mean to tell me that the worst defender on the court at any given time when Luka is on the court was never in foul trouble, but the best defender on the court in Lou Dort fouled out twice?
Preach.
That doesn't make any sense to me. So
makes sense to me. I know what was going on. I don't need to watch. I know what time it is.
So Luka has had the benefit of being hidden behind referee agendas and other, the fact that he can kind of hide behind the his teammates and everything like that. But even with that, when you're so bad at defense, no blanket can cover that. Everybody has seen it, but everybody wants to be like, oh, well, he's so good on offense. That doesn't matter. If you're so good on offense, go play a sport where you only need it on offense. Go play football.
Yeah. And you know what pisses me off about how they, use excuses for it, like that. First of all, there's no excuse to not play D and not give effort. Not being good on D is one thing. Not playing and giving the effort is another, right? He's bad on D and don't give effort 9 times out of 10, right? So there's no excuse for that. But the excuse they keep using is if you built the team the right way, he has proven that he can get you to the finals. He's gonna live off that one finals appearance for the rest of his career before people realize
Doc Rivers.
We
already know.
Same thing with Anthony
Doc Rivers got a ring though. Luka can't
but
even
here's
get
the thing.
that.
I think going back to the Nico Harrison point, I think it's interesting to me though, out of everybody in the league, the best offer you got, Nico, was Anthony Davis. Right there should have been a little more suspicious as well. Because I'm just curious, who else did he shop around? And was that more beneficial to a relationship that he built within the network? Or did it really have to do with basketball and him trying to build Dallas back up? So it kind of starts to make me question that whole trade, not just because of like player for player, but why that specific trade.
Let me ask you this. What other team in the league would have, one, been willing to deal with the lack of defense and effort from Luka 2 was willing to gut their team to go get him, and 3 had anybody of interest for the Mavericks anyway. You had
And
to
that
have a
proves
perfect
that point.
You had to have a perfect storm of all 3.
Well, the
So-
Mavericks made the
so-
play-in last year, and they had already got their draft pick guarantee with Cooper Flag by this point. So it's not like they weren't an appealing team, in my opinion. I just want to say
No.
why
the lottery
they-
was done after the
after the
trade.
it was done after. You sure?
Yeah. That's why everybody said that the trade
trade deadline is
makes
what,
sense.
February? Trade deadline February.
I thought it happened. I thought the
lottery
trade
was
happened. Oh, it happened in the middle of the season. You're right. It didn't happen over the summer. You're right.
And
you're right.
so when you think about those points, right? AD we already kind of felt like was expendable. You're not trading LeBron, and them is the only 3 that you, or LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Anthony Davis were the only 3 that were of any sort of trade value, right? So Anthony Davis, right? That fills the spot of what player can you put on a trade that's worth sending. Then what team was willing to deal with the headache of Luka not playing defense? When you think about the Lakers, they honestly really don't care about winning. They care about putting the button seats and getting money. That takes care of that check.
I don't think that was the motivation. I mean, let's be real. They're right. You're supposed to shop them. If you want to trade them, you're supposed to shop them and see what a better package is. What I think happened is they got tunnel vision because they wanted Anthony Davis. They was thinking, okay, who can we get better defensively with, but also who can give us, if Luka's giving us 30, who also can give us 25, but the defense. Like Luka's giving you 30. I think I can get 25 from AD if he stays healthy, and he's going to anchor my defense. So I think that was getting tunnel vision and thinking, I just want to get off of this Luka problem. The owners don't want to pay him this supermax this summer, so we got to trade him, and we want to be competitive. So boom, we get AD. Jayson Kidd has already coached him. He's told us what AD is all about. He's on board with it. That's all we think about. The only other player they could have got would be Giannis. That's the only other player they could have got. Now, would that be a better package? Probably. But as far as what the media was saying is like, oh my God, Rudy Gobert got traded for like 3 first rounders. Why you couldn't get 3 first rounders for Luka? Like, who cares? Like, if Dallas gets the number 1 pick, and let's say like we believe they already had an idea that, hey, if we send this dude to LA, that's going to help the NBA. So the NBA is going to scratch our back and give us a replacement. We're going to get flagged. I think they already knew that. So
yeah,
if they already knew they was getting the number 1 pick, they essentially were saying, okay, we're giving the NBA and the Lakers Luka. We're getting AD back, and we get the number 1 pick, and we getting a draft pick from the Lakers. I think that suffices. But we just can't admit that they knew that they was getting flagged though.
Because there's no way they were already trading off Tim Hardaway. Who did they really think was going to be one of their primary scorers with Kyrie gone? PJ Washington and Najee Marshall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at that point, I don't think they thought that they thought Kyrie would be back by now.
And there was reports that he should have been back by.
You think so? I feel
He's
like
ready to
Kyrie
go. He
always
could be
gave
back.
that impression.
He
always
could be
gave me
back.
that-
They shut him down because the Dallas Mavericks suck.
Yeah.
There was no point in bringing him back.
Bring him back, but
Yeah.
bring him back to sell tickets. Nah,
Yeah.
save that
Hey,
man. But
hey,
everything
Mama
that y'all
Chin said they had a funeral for Luka in Dallas. That's how much they love him. That's hilarious.
But everything that y'all said may be true, but none of that is why Draymond was finally right about something.
Yeah.
He was right just because, like, dude, if you say one thing about a dude, oh man, this dude wrong for this, and then now you criticizing the thing that dude was criticizing, you got to go back and either apologize to that man or say, hey man, I can see where he was right.
Right.
They can't do
But
it.
Draymond not the right guy to be saying accountability though. I feel
Man,
like he's just lost
right
so
message.
much credibility.
Right message, wrong messenger.
Like
hey,
he lost so much. He's right though. He's 100% right. I just wish he'd take that same advice he's telling.
Listen, we
other people.
we gotta take good advice where it come, no matter who it come from.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
But if y'all ain't been watching, man, for like the last few years, there's like a really, really quiet beef that's brewing between Stephen A. Smith and the New Orleans Pelicans. Like
Hey yo.
the whole organization. And it's been going,
like,
he's been sending shots at them for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, like Brandon Ingram's caught some of that smoke too. Like, absolutely.
And I wonder what it is, man. They might have. I ain't gonna say what my suspicion.
Well, I feel like I think anybody can get turned on at any moment. Honestly, like it can happen. It's so much hate with Luka right now that I even see reports that his wife removed him from all her Instagram posts and her highlight reel because it's assumption that they're gonna get a divorce or something. And I'm like, bro, the fact that this is popping up too, in addition to everything else that's going on, it's a rumor, but the point is he is getting turned on. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Because not just a month or two ago, they had Luka at number 2 for MVP and Cade at number 3. Or like, so I'm just wondering, where is this coming from? How did this just come out of nowhere? That's what frustrates and makes me so suspicious, as I've already been.
Yeah, he got 2 kids. He got his wife
just had a baby.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, married.
I never heard of the dude having baby weight.
Yeah, they give paternity leave.
Not baby weight though. Let me know if this get too loud. Somebody mowing grass right outside my.
Can't even hear.
It's loud.
You can't hear it.
Shout out to Aguape.
Shout out to Aguape for sure. Well, now Aguape come on Thursday. That's my neighbor.
That's not that man's name either, though, but it's cool.
It's Aguape.
I keep forgetting y'all are on the West Coast. I'm like, they mowing the grass at 7 and 8 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh, right. Damn.
Yeah, we still got some sunlight. Oh, don't forget, speaking of sunlight, man, daylight savings time this weekend, man. Spring forward. So don't forget to get your clocks right if they don't automatically adjust for you, so you're not late to work on Monday and then getting fired.
You're such a great person for that.
I was about to tell him to shut his dumb ass up.
No, the sarcasm in my voice.
Yeah, I know.
I said.
Hey, man. Shout out to Jayson Tatum.
What's happening?
2 for 17, but he got his first 2 buckets.
Hey, they let that thing fly.
Let's go to JT, man. Let me let y'all hear what
coming. JT coming.
I haven't even heard this yet because I forgot to load the sound bite. So we go hear this for the first time together. But Carmelo, he pretty much said Jayson Tatum gotta only when he comes back, he has to bring it down a notch and get in where he fit in because this is Jaylen Brown's team now. I thought that was interesting. Let's hear what he said.
Or not.
Good chat.
Oh, he's spitting.
That man just said something right there.
He can't get no amen.
You better preach. Mel, I don't know if you can hear it, but I hope you know that we can't.
Oh, you can't?
Heck no.
Oh. I'm over here. What was y'all gonna say something?
You ain't hear us?
I ain't hear y'all say what?
He was
talking shit.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Aside from the excitement of just seeing Tatum back, you know what I mean, just playing ball again, and the Celtics looking as good as they are, you know, JB's kind of stepped up and become a franchise player. And, you know, Jayson Tatum is kind of stepping back into a team that's already been playing very well without him. You know what I mean? So obviously you never say no when you got a guy like his caliber coming back to play. But in the basketball sense, how tricky is it bringing a star player back to a team that's like already in rhythm and already rolling like that?
It could be tricky if you don't establish it early, right? If you don't communicate that to everybody early, right? If everybody got to be in alignment,
yeah,
from Brad Stevens to Joe Mazzulla to Jaylen Brown, right? Because right now Jaylen is holding the fort down. He's leading the fort. So it's no more 1A, you know what I mean? 1 and 2. It's like 1 and 1A right now, which is a great thing. So you don't want to fuck that up. The excitement of bringing JT back, it's gonna uplift everybody. But how you implement him is very important. I'm not just saying from coaches' decisions. I'm saying as far as how you communicate that with Jaylen Brown.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Not
Right.
everybody else. How do you communicate that with Jaylen Brown to where as though Jaylen Brown is going to be okay, I got this. Because you can't switch the role right now. You have to figure out a way how to implement JT, how he can be effective. I mean, I don't know if he's going to come back playing 30 minutes or, you know what I mean, things like that. But you got to figure out a way how he can be effective for that team and what they have. Because they're not lacking much, but he adds a lot to it. You know, he has another scorer, elite scorer, an elite wing defender on the wing, right? So he add those nuances. But now Joe Mazzulla, how are we going to put this? What's the message?
Right.
I'm not gonna say much on this. I'm gonna let y'all go, but I will say this part. When Shaq used to miss the beginning of the seasons and Kobe was going berserk, when Shaq came back, Kobe had about 2 or 3 games before Shaq was like, man, I'm back now. What is he doing? And Phil Jackson would have to pull Kobe to the side and say, I need you to reel it in. We're about to lose the big fella. And I don't think Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown got that type of relationship, but there's ways coaches can tell someone who held it down while the number one was out and then tell them to bring it back in. So I just say that part, but y'all thoughts?
I think for sure right now, Jayson Tatum definitely has to take the Robin role, the backup role, because you don't want to mess up the continuity that's been built so far this season, right? It's 20 games left. You got to get your rhythm back anyway. As anybody could see who's been watching this game, you know what I'm saying? It looks like he hasn't played any competitive basketball in a while because he missed dunks, he was airballing, his shots was short and flat. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take him some time to get back into being Jayson Tatum, but also more so the mental fact of coming back from an Achilles injury and being able to, you know, he's doing a good job today, but it's gonna be times in his mind where he's gonna start doubting himself when he starts to try to plant and cut and do things like that. And you don't want to put being the number one guy on somebody's shoulders who is not all the way back in the game yet, right? They've done fine without him. They're second in the East. You know what I'm saying? They're not that far behind. They're only like 4.5 behind the Pistons in the East. So they're in a good position. Let Jayson Tatum come back, get his legs back up under him, continue to run the offense through JB, let them figure that out. And, you know, when it gets to the playoffs.
Is this a situation where Kobe held it down while Shaq was gone and they transitioned that power over time back to Shaq? Or is this a situation where Danny Granger goes down, Paul George emerges as the number one, and when Danny Granger comes back from injury, he never gets the number one role again?
I think it's more so the second. I think it's more so Paul George, Danny Granger. But I think that the
so
kind
that
of person
you think Jaylen Brown better than Jayson Tatum, or you think
I think they're both, and Jayson and Jaylen Brown has proved it this season, because I was one of his biggest critics when Jayson Tatum went down. It was like, can he lead a team? Jaylen Brown has showed that he can be a number one. I think they're both
halfway through the regular season. I mean, Pippen showed that he can be a number one too. But
for sure, it's a different story when we get to the playoffs. Yeah. But now I don't know if we'll have a chance to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because Jayson Tatum might be back to being Jayson Tatum by the time the playoffs get started. So then we'll have back and forth where Jaylen Brown can go get you 30, 35 one night. Jayson Tatum will go get you 35, 10, and 8 the next night, and we'll go back and forth with that. But I think the better part of this situation than situations we've seen like this in the past is that I don't think that JB is a kind of guy that is prideful. I don't think that a lot of people. I see a lot of people saying like
he's more prideful than Jayson Tatum is, for sure.
Maybe a little bit, but not enough to like. I see some comments where they're saying like JB and Jayson Tatum are going to end up splitting up, and JB is going to end up wanting his own team. I think Jaylen Brown understands that, you know, this is cool. I proved that, you know, I am who I think I am. Now y'all see that, but for the betterment of us as a dynasty and longevity, me and Tatum work better as 1A, 1B. And we can put that aside to go continue to chase these championships. I don't need to have my own team. This season showed y'all I can do it with a properly built team around me and a good coach. I can be a number one. But for the sake of the fact that I want to win and I want to continue to win and I want to build a legacy, I can put that to the side and continue to shine next to my brother and Jayson Tatum, and we can go continue to chase ring.
I agree. Why does it have to be like, oh, now they're number one, number two? Like, I get it's a good conversation and talking point, and we can talk about who's better and who's not in different ways. But with Tatum coming back, that's only improving for the Celtics, and that's really great. I mean, I forget what guy who said it, but he thinks that the Celtics are going to win the finals. And I just think, he has like short, straight hair. I can't remember what his name is, but he's a media guy.
You talking about Nick Wright?
Nick Wright.
I think so. Yeah,
Man,
he said it. He said they're going to win the finals. They're going to win it all.
Whenever Nick Wright says anything, you can automatically bet the under. You can bet against Nick Wright every time.
But I think JB, you know, he's tapped into the streaming world a little bit. We've seen him in a more humane form other than like his basketball show. And I agree. I don't think he has more pride than Tatum. I think Tatum overthinks a lot of things, and that's why we can't put him as the face of the league. He just doesn't have that factor, but neither does JB. So it's like them coming back and working hand in hand. I think it's a scary duo and scary backcourt. But to say it's JB's team or to say it's Jayson Tatum's team, it was Tatum who was on the cover of 2K. You know,
Correct.
it was, and so if Jaylen Brown was the one that got hurt and Jayson Tatum was still good to go, we would just be having the same conversation, but reversing the names. And so that's why I don't personally want to get too caught up in like, oh, this guy's one or two, because I just think if one was out, then the other holds it down, vice versa.
Yeah, I just hope they are. They working it out behind the scenes between them two. I hope to know it, and it sounds like it is because they've been trying to break them up since Kyrie left.
Right?
They've been trying to break up Tatum and Brown for a while.
Every time they see something good, they just want to.
Yeah, but they stuck it out and figured it out and won a ring, got the 2 finals, and I'm looking at them play now.
Both of them got 300 mil, so ain't nobody starving.
Yeah.
Right.
What I like about Tatum coming back is now Jaylen Brown gets to take a little bit of pressure off of him because he really likes being an attack dog and picking up the best ball handler 94 feet and bothering him. And doing that on defense and then having to provide 25 to 30 points on a nightly basis is very tough. So now Jaylen Brown gets to be an attack dog a little bit more, and they can kind of like.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Mel, but I'm starting to see what you're saying about pride. As a player, you're right. Jaylen Brown has a lot of pride. Like when Cooper Flagg was guarding him and they had that matchup, you could just see Jaylen Brown was like, yeah, I'm not about to let him show me up. And it was just a lot more of his dribble package exposed. I see what you're saying. A lot more pride on the court and being that dog.
Go ahead, Train Bang, you on mute. He talking about
Train what?
This nigga had the nerve to say something about me. Can't even talk in the microphone, man.
Wait, what did you call him?
Train Gang.
Oh.
Listen, man. Here's the thing.
What you thought I said, Zaddy or something? Well,
no.
What you thought I said?
I'm gonna just leave it where it's at.
This was a layup, and y'all missed it. All y'all missed this layup.
All right.
If you asked Jaylen Brown, you asked JB 2 years ago, who team is it? And it was off the record, he'd say mine. You asked him last year, you'd say it. He was number one in his own mind the whole time, guys.
In his own mind, which is crazy though, Jay, because him and Tatum don't have a bad relationship. It's not Shaq Kobe,
but
right?
But it works because both of them are number one to themselves, and they don't mind if I'm having an off night. I'll defer to you, and vice versa. They actually, Boston has 2 number ones. So
and Jayson Tatum don't mind Jaylen Brown saying he's the number one, and vice versa.
Yeah, it don't even.
Okay, how do you think Jayson Tatum felt when they kept giving Jaylen Brown Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and Jayson Tatum's like looking here like, I led the team in points and rebounds.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
But then how did JB?
He the type of person that if and when they make it to the finals this year, he'll leave no doubt. You're going to have to give it to him because he's going to go stupid ham.
But then how do you think JB felt when he wasn't? How do you think JB felt when he wasn't on Team USA and Tatum was, even though Tatum didn't play? But still,
they probably felt the same because Jayson Tatum wasn't on Team USA either.
Nah, but right. It was Halliburton.
He was there, y'all. They took the picture.
I think that's a weighted argument because why Jaylen Brown wasn't on Team USA had nothing to do with basketball.
Politics for sure.
So we can't
so?
really.
100%. But so you're saying he wasn't better than Drew or Derek White?
I mean,
they made it on the team.
Team USA is sponsored.
They couldn't take really 4 Celtics with them, so they left JB out. That's weird.
No. Listen, Team USA was sponsored by a really big brand that he's went on record saying negative things about,
strongly against.
Oh, the politics of it all. Okay.
Yeah. So it has nothing to do with basketball.
It had nothing to do with basketball. Okay. And
that
then
sucks.
listen,
it was less basketball than Isaiah Thomas being left off the dream team.
And I'm gonna keep it a bug with you.
And we know that wasn't basketball at all.
Right.
At all. And I'm gonna keep it a bug with you. They petty because not only did they leave JB off, they went and got 2 of his teammates who is not better than him.
3 Celtics players is crazy.
Just for none of them to play.
Drew played. Drew played. Drew definitely played.
Oh, Drew did play.
And White got more burn than Tatum.
He sure did. Tatum got done wrong. He was like, man, what the heck? He just came off of a championship.
But that was Steve Kerr's beef.
Man, I can't.
Nah, that's another scapegoat. That's like a Nico Harris scapegoat. Even though Steve Kerr got to be held accountable for a lot of shenanigans.
I'm gonna let y'all
I don't think for that one was him.
Steve Kerr being a lot more shit than y'all think he be.
Man, listen, he been spiraling. He been spiraling for the last 5 years. Steve Kerr is. And listen. Jordans was supposed to punch that man in the face. Somebody ought to do it now too.
He'll POS for real, man.
He is a lot more shit than y'all think he is.
And his mama look like an oatmeal cake. I seen the
last
He managed
to preach on his Kerr.
That championship that he got in 21 or 22 just extended his shelf life, but he's quickly running out of grace. And if he doesn't get the Mike Tomlin treatment where he gets to step down,
right?
They're gonna fire him.
That's crazy. So you think he's gonna be John or you think he's gonna be Mike? I think he's gonna be John.
There you go.
We're gonna get a chance to talk about that on the last topic because I can't wait for that. But he looked like an owl in the face for sure. I mean, I will at least throw that part out there. Not quite the Temple Owl, but
only one person looked like the Temple Owl.
Only one
why
person.
Steve Kerr mama? Why Steve Kerr mama had to catch a stray?
RIP to the GOAT.
I didn't throw that stray. Somebody else threw that stray.
Yo, Steve mama, if you listening, we sorry on behalf of everyone.
I'm not wasting my free data on that, Jay. I'm not going to hell with you.
Mama, man. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing that.
I already seen a clip today that I laughed at, and I'm like, damn, that might have been the one.
I ride that bus to hell every day because of TikTok.
Right.
I ain't doing it.
As soon as I giggle, I scroll again. Like, no, I shouldn't be laughing at that.
Here go the fun part, y'all. We get to talk about Not
wait,
the
wait,
NBA
wait,
awards as we what?
We got a member we ain't seen in a while just popped up in the chat.
Who that?
Young Disciple.
What's up, Young Disciple? Yeah.
Good to see you, brother.
Popped up on us, man. Popped us on. Hey, Young Disciple. Hey, man. Once we get the space ready in North Carolina, you might be one of our first guests, big dog. If you can get. Hey, are you gonna be in North Carolina anytime soon?
If you would, you'd be on my show.
All right, if you go be in North Carolina anytime soon, you'll be on the show, big dog, for sure. But listen, NBA awards, not as we predict the NBA media will vote them in, but this is the Man Down Sports NBA awards, and we're not putting the 65 game rule on our stuff, but we are going to account for games played. We're going to factor games played in, but we're not cutting it off at 65 games, so people will still be eligible for our awards. So we're going to go through it. Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Sixth Man, all of that good stuff, man. Before we get to all of it, I want to show y'all what the power rankings look like, because those came out as well. Bleacher Report, CBS Sports, their power rankings was very similar. I think it was identical, CBS Sports and Bleacher Report.
I want
so
Jay's phone taken immediately.
What? Y'all so stupid. I'm not looking at it. Listen, look at number 10, y'all. Surprise, the Charlotte Hornets, man. If y'all haven't been watching Charlotte play, first of all,
hey Chris, hold on before you go any further. Chris, that Charlotte gonna make the playoff take that he had 3 years ago might finally come true.
I was a year early. That prediction was last year. But
Nostradamus
got hurt. Hold on, Melo and Brandon Miller got hurt. So Melo got hurt, Brandon Miller got hurt, and Bridges was on that suspension at the beginning of the season.
Hey Mel, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. The more you've come forward showing your support for the Hornets, I'm not gonna call it saying you a fan, but your support for the Hornets has been more and more vocal lately. The more you've been vocal about the support for the Hornets, the better they've been doing. So you man, listen. What you mean? What's the support?
What support are you talking about?
You be gushing about the Hornets, dog.
Dude, their team is streaking, and
the right
they won 17 out of the last 19. Am I not supposed to talk about them? I'm sorry, 15 out of the last 18. My bad. And they just blew out the Boston Celtics. You got it.
Hey, you see that too? You see that? Yeah, I know the real. But I'm gonna let you live, man. I'm gonna let you live.
Did you not hear me talking about the Hawks as well?
No.
And Kuminga? Yeah. See, you missed all that.
Well,
you missed all that, man. I talk about teams that's doing good, but anyway, these dudes are at 500 right now. I think they might be one game above.
It kind of started with Con. It started with the Con love, and then it has spiraled.
Lord have mercy. Y'all done?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all finished? Y'all want me to like?
It ain't us wanting you to do anything. Your inner self is breaking out of this shell that you didn't held down. I don't know what
had a 6-game road back to back to back. They just went through. That was their 5th game of like a 6-game road, bro. Like,
I don't know what the Hornets / Bobcats did to you back in the day that turned your heart so cold to them. But I love to see you coming around and back to being a Hornets fan, brother. I just love that. Next is gonna be the Panthers.
This is interesting. Spurs number 1, Thunder number 2, Detroit number 3.
I don't see it listed. I think that's my problem.
What?
I don't think it's there.
You don't think what's there?
Are you showing the visual?
Yeah, you don't see it?
Yeah, your screen is frozen.
My screen is frozen?
No,
hers.
Are you showing the visual? I can't see it.
Yeah. You might have to hit refresh.
Yeah, come out and come back in.
I'm starting to think y'all can't hear me.
I'm about to text you. Go ahead, Mel. I'm about to text you.
You can't hear us.
Yeah, she froze. She froze. But yeah, so the top 3 teams, that's a discussion because they got OKC at 2 and Spurs at 1. I think I know why, because the Spurs beat them so many times this year.
And
So
they,
that's
they, done, they
interesting.
done dropped us twice. They done dropped us both meetings too.
Yeah, but here's another interesting thing. They're not lying about the truth about what's going on with Denver, because I seen another source had Denver at number 3. I'm like, how the hell y'all got Denver at number 3 and they the 5th seed in the whole West? Like, how they 3rd overall in the NBA and they 5th in the West? That's insane to me, right? So they got them at number 8. That's accurate. Hornets at 10 is I think that's accurate, but notice there's a team missing. There's no Lakers and Luka. Thought that was interesting too. So that'll be where we start first with those power rankings. Y'all think they got that right?
I mean, that's a right now. I wouldn't say right, but I don't have no gripes with it.
I'm same temperature as Jay. I ain't mad at
What
it.
you think about the Lakers not being in the top 10? They got them at number 11 though. They at number 11.
They're not. Pull the teams up.
You think the Hornets? You would put the Hornets in front of the Lakers right now?
It wouldn't matter. After 6,
I'll give you 7.
I'll go 8. But
Ant-Man is hooping.
I'll go 8. After 8, no one else is a championship contender. The Rockets can't win a championship. The Hornets can't win a championship. Whoever else we don't see on this graphic can't win a championship. And if we're being honest,
you know what?
The Timberwolves, Cavaliers, and Knicks can't win a championship either.
You know what, Jay? I would say more teams than that can't win a championship. Remember what we was talking about last week about Phil Jackson's rule of thumb?
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up the NBA standings to see. All right, so for y'all who don't remember Phil Jackson saying this, his rule of thumb on if a team is a real contender or not, and you should know, after the All-Star break, if you're a contender. His rule of thumb was that if you win 50 games, not 50,
40.
If you win 40 games before you lose 20 games, then you are a contender. And if we use that rule of thumb, the teams who have won 40 games before they lost 20 games are only Detroit and OKC and San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. Boston just missed it.
Right.
But Boston also had their number 1 on the shelf. He's
correct,
back.
and now he's back.
So
I would add Boston.
You want to add Boston to give him that caveat of missing their number
Boston.
1?
You would have.
I would say the real but then
because they literally just missed it. Like,
yeah, but Denver has had all their guys out too, and they're coming back. Like Aaron Gordon comes back tonight, so maybe you can add Denver. Maybe that'll be 5, and then everybody else I'm on the fence about. But Indiana made it all the way to the finals last year, so somebody could have a Cinderella story right there too.
Yeah, you can't count everybody out.
Yeah,
they didn't have balls every year. Pause. Like for Cinderella, that shit ain't happening again this year.
Yeah. He said 40-20. I like the 40-20 though. It's just always going to be some exceptions.
No. He didn't say it ain't it. He's saying 40-20, ain't it?
Oh yeah, 40-20 ain't it? Oh, I thought he said ain't
that
it.
question mark would have been crucial. Would have carried a lot of weight.
Yeah, that question mark would have, that question mark should have been employed.
Yeah.
That question mark was off work that they did PTO like Britne.
As far as the power rankings go though, based off of, who's hot, who
not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty accurate.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's get into some of the awards, y'all.
All right. I got my list. I'm excited, actually.
This Rookie of the Year is crazy. I want y'all to hear how these dudes talking about this Rookie of the Year.
But the thing is, too, like, Khan is what, 3rd option, 4th some nights, and still put up the same statistical numbers as a guy on his team who is the number 1 option.
Yeah. I mean,
Look, I'm
Fair
a
argument.
if you
Con
put
guy.
Con on Dallas, he might
Yeah.
average 27.
Yeah.
Like, damn, the way he's going,
Yeah.
like straight up.
The second half of the season, he's kind of become more of a force
Picked it up.
on that end. I think to me, with Con is like his overall feel and IQ.
He's just super smart.
He just gets off the ball really quickly.
Plays the right way. Does all the little shit.
Hockey assists all over
It doesn't
the place.
seem forced at all. Like
No.
he's getting his buckets and he's doing it very efficiently, and it's just letting the game come to him. Like Cooper had to go out and get the
Broke the
Get to the
rookie
free
record
throw
for
line.
threes in February.
Do you think we put up better numbers in Flag if he was shifted to that type of situation?
Him being the number one option? No.
Why?
Because Cooper Flag is 6'10 and athletic. He's not.
So how is he getting 20 off?
Because he's the fourth option.
How many fourth options in the league are averaging 20?
He's getting those open looks because you have LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Miles Bridges. He's going to get shots, yes, and he's making the best of them.
So have we ever seen an offense predicated to one guy getting him open to shoot jumpers?
What? Dumb shit that you just asked me?
He would be averaging 27, 28.
No, he would not. As a
For
number
sure.
one option, no, he would not.
For sure.
Hey, I got a question for you. Didn't the Golden State Warriors have another guy that averaged 20 and was like the fourth option? And he went to his own team, and didn't he average 17 that next year? Hey, chat.
He's not the same as Con Canelo.
In the chat, because I just buried this and put concrete over him.
And y'all got to come up with y'all own shit, man.
Hey, look, those are interesting points, man. Paul Pierce said this dude is giving up, he's putting up 20 points on a team where he's the third option at best, maybe fourth option. I say third option. I don't think Bridges is an option at all. He's just a guy out there that's running and jumping and, whatever they're actually looking for Con. So he's the third option in my opinion. He's getting 19. Cooper Flag, the team is his. Now, let's just go through the pros and cons, no pun intended. Let's go through the pros and cons of what is working for Con and what's working for Cooper. What's working for Cooper is that he's the only rookie who's the number one on his team. You got to give him consideration for that. He's got a heavy load on his shoulders. People are game planning to stop him. That's the best thing he got going for him. The best thing that Con got going for him is the fact that this dude is putting up 19 on a playoff team now, on top of breaking a record. He broke a record. He broke the rookie record for three-pointers made, and he did it.
Shattered the record.
It's going to be obliterated by the time it's all said and done.
The dude shoots just as good as Clay. Like, he is the white Klay Thompson.
I thought Klay Thompson was the white Klay Thompson.
Hey, Jay. I looked, I was like, wait, ain't Klay Thompson? I was like, nah.
Nah, not after Meg Thee Stallion get done with him, he won't be white. She about to squeeze all that juice out. But the 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists as a number 3 option on a playoff team that's the hottest team in the NBA right now. They're looking for him. He's broken a record, all that stuff. All the stuff that was going for Cooper Flag, being the number one and putting up good numbers in some of his highlights and stuff like that. Con Canupa has ran him down. Last thing I say, Con has played 62 out of all 63 games that the Charlotte Hornets has played. He's only missed 1 game. I think this rookie of the year might be Con's, man. Y'all thoughts?
I got Con. I got Con right now.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Wow, we split down the middle. I like that.
I don't have Cooper either.
Who? VJ?
No. The answer is Duke basketball. Fuck wrong with y'all. Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one of them win. We win.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter what your name is.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna let you brag about Duke basketball, because when you look at it, you got Con and Flag, both of them in the rookie of the year race. And then you got Charlotte Hornets got another guy, Sion James, who was on Duke last year, who gets heavy minutes for the Hornets. Then y'all got another Duke player out there in Phoenix. What's the Malawak? All lottery picks. And I'm trying to figure out why y'all didn't get to the finals if y'all had all that last year. That's an L.
Nah, man. Hey, listen, sometimes it ain't your night.
Nah, that's an L, dog.
We lost in the Final Four. It happened.
I don't want to hear no bragging, sir. I don't want to hear no blame.
They lost in the Final Four. It happens,
sir. I
tell you what. I tell you what. Get your scissors ready. We cutting down the nets this year. Get your scissors ready.
Yeah, right.
And not only that. Listen.
Hold on.
They're gonna split the baby. They're gonna it's gonna be a co-Rookie of the Year.
No.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. And I'm gonna tell you why. You why. Because they should have did that with Melo and Brian. But what they didn't understand then is we could put the rocket on both of them right now. If we do that, we put the rocket on both of them, and they
missed it, Jay. And it was perfect. One was on the west, one was on the east. It was perfect. They missed it.
Yep, and they'll never make that. They had the lessons learned meeting after that. They'll never make that mistake again. They've been waiting on this moment for the longest.
Melo had them tattoos and that them cornrows. They was like, nope.
But he go to other and then listen, these guys are both vanilla, no pun intended, as far as media presence.
Yeah.
So they loving this, but here's the thing. It's gonna be, I can tell you right now, it's gonna be co-Rookie of the Year this year and next year. They're gonna split the baby next year too.
I think the same reasons y'all saying for Connor could apply to Cooper as well. I've seen Cooper, he guarded JB. Like, he will guard the best players on the other team. It's not like he shies away from that, and he does a decent job considering the circumstances. And then he's broken records. He's scored 49 points. He broke that record. First teenager to do that. He scored consecutive 30-plus point games. And even, despite the Mavericks not playing as well, the Hornets were in that same position too. Now, granted, the Hornets are doing better than the Mavericks, extremely better. But I would just say they're doing it in the Eastern Conference. I'll even throw that in there since people like to do that. But still, like, I think it is neck and neck. I could be with Jay on maybe Player of the Year, but I would definitely give it to Flag.
Listen, Flag's averaging 20, Khan's averaging 19.
We say Flag is the number one option, but their number one option is they shut down for the season. So Dallas could be winning and look a lot better.
That's the number one option, though.
No, he is. But what I'm saying is, you can't take team success away from Cooper Flag because he doesn't have his whole team.
Exactly. Cooper hasn't even peaked, in my opinion. Khan definitely still has something to go, but we've seen him in a position where he's going to continue to be on any team that he goes to. Whereas the Flag, we've seen him have to play the point guard. That's not his primary role. And then, you see how they're trying to work him in with the two, and he's a primary ball handler at this part, but that's not his true role. So if he's doing what he's doing now, imagine if he's actually placed where he's supposed to be around people to, even further better that.
All great points, but none of those points help with the Rookie of the Year award. Like, nothing, like those are good reasons why something is not there. But the fact that it's not there is the reason why Khan is the better candidate right now. Like, he's missed 12 games too. Khan's missed 1 game.
And if you played in Dallas, you missed 12 games too.
So
yeah, but that's the reason why he's missed 12 games.
12 games, and he's still averaging the same as Khan. Look,
yeah, that's average.
Proving my point. But you just used it, so I'm saying
it's easier to average more when you got less games played.
It's true.
There's no way you're telling me that if he wasn't there, I'm not doing hypotheticals, but if he did play those 12 games, hypothetically speaking, since we're doing that, like, Cooper would definitely be averaging more.
I agree. But what I'm saying is he's not. So, like, I could what you're saying, what I'm saying is this is the reason why Khan is above him in the race. And you're telling me the reason why those reasons exist, and they're valid. Like, I understand. Like, Cooper Flag should have won this if he didn't miss those games and if his team was playing better than Charlotte. But it's not. So I can't just because the reasons are legit why it's not happening, don't mean I get to ignore that it's not happening.
What's the next award?
I'm still gonna give it to Flag, man. He's 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4.1 assists.
19 points,
49-point game, bro.
19 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. It's the same stat line. They got the same
guy. You got to
stat line.
split the baby.
I'm good with splitting the baby.
I'm good with splitting it too. But if it had to emerge, I'm giving it to Coop.
I was with you until Coop missed all those games in a row because I mean that's what happens when you miss games. Somebody else get to light it up.
I thought you said here at Man Down Sports we're not counting that whole 65 game rule. You started that off. I didn't lose service at that point.
I didn't.
He started it off saying
he hasn't missed the 65 game threshold. I'm not using that. I'm accounting for games played. That's different than saying 65 games, though.
They ain't top 5, but don't nobody exist after them two.
I
Derek Queen. We could throw Derek Queen in there.
He fell off like a bad bag of dough, though.
It's Flag, Con, Jay, Mel, and Chris.
And then VJ, we could throw VJ in there for sure. VJ, if we talking about clutch player of the year, we can maybe give that to VJ. Yo has hit some clutch stuff down the stretch. Just saying.
Hey, Miss Chan, somebody some wave your flag, boy. You boy, she Texas all the way. Sheesh. She is Texas all the way, boy.
Hey, highs. All right. Next one. That was Rookie of the Year. What we doing next?
Did I miss any, or did we start with that?
No, we started with
that's what we started with. Well, we gave the power rankings. We gave the power rankings too. Oh, I'm sorry, Bree. Oh,
you did that on purpose.
He
said, "Yeah, get that out of here."
I did.
I know.
Coach of the Year.
Oh, JB.
Yo, I'm gonna give it to JB. Even though Missoula, like, look at his team, bro. That's crazy to me. Like, I can't wrap my head around it. Peyton Pritchard is 6'2", bro. Jordan Walsh. They lost Luke Cornett. They lost Chris Top. Like, look at their team.
I hear you. I hear your
look
argument.
At it.
And
look at it.
Missoula will probably be number 2 for me behind JB. But
Damn,
let me just put something into perspective for you.
Yeah.
14 wins. The 6th seed, the 1st seed in the East, and the best record in the league.
Yeah, they don't have the best record in the league no more, by the way.
You sure?
Hold on, because last time we did this, I was wrong. But I think OKC is on a 4-game winning streak, and the Pistons are on a 2-game losing streak. They're 45-16, and OKC is 49.
Yeah, okay. OKC got about best win by win percentage.
Yes. So
you're gonna have to say
By the way, SJ been back for 3 games, and he already took them to be better than the Pistons. That's crazy work. But
take that bass out your voice, because what the Wizards doing? Yeah. Hey, lower that bass.
The Wizards gonna be playing next year, by the way.
No, and that's your ceiling that you're looking forward to. Hey, we playing, baby. Fuck out of here.
Baby, we got Trae Young.
Up
from here.
I was rooting for JB to get it last year. From 14 wins to a 6 seed, I think that's a humongous jump. But
crazy.
From 6 seed to 1st seed and leading the East, I think, and in my opinion, JB and Joe Mazzulla, up until the point Jayson Tatum came back, kind of had the same team. You got one bona fide star, and then a bunch of role players.
They did not have the same team. What is you saying? Oh my gosh.
Who's the number 2 in Detroit?
Duncan. Maybe
Duncan.
It's
Jalen Duran. Yeah.
All right. Jalen Duran. Duncan number 3.
Like I said, same team. JB Bickerstaff got it. And for me, I think it's just because the jump from last year to this year and from the previous year to last year, you see his continuity. He's just consistently gotten better. Joe Mazzulla, they were a top 4 seed last year. It was a championship team not too many years before that. They've been consistently like this.
Let JB lose his number 2/number 1 and see how well they do.
They did.
I would love to see it. I would love.
They did fine.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in the game for you. I'm going with Charles Lee.
Oh my god.
in Charlotte.
Come
Just
on. That's
announce
an
it.
AAU
Just announce it,
team.
brother. Just announce
Come
it.
on.
I
He's
mean,
doing it
I'm
for the
going with
plot,
I'm
y'all.
going with
He's
Charlotte.
definitely
Why not?
doing this for the plot right now. He's doing
He
it for the plot.
what he doing? He know what he doing.
I'm sorry. Why
he
not
got-
Charles Lee?
he got a
Give
Charlotte
me a one reason why I shouldn't be Charles Lee.
He got a Charlotte jersey under the hoodie right now. He waiting to just take that shit off.
Bro,
He waiting.
I'm just saying Charles Lee is very doing a very impressive job right now. So is JB and so is Missoula for all the reasons y'all said. I think those are the top three. I think if I've had to put a fourth in there, I'd probably go with San Antonio Spurs coach. But those are the
I'll
four most
put him over
impressive.
the Charlotte Hornet
I'll
coach.
put San Antonio coach over the Charlotte Hornets coach.
I don't know why.
Absolutely.
Why would
I
you?
think the Hornets are just like an AAU team, and they're catching a lot of teams on like a bad night. Like I said,
they
before I
catch
lost
not
service,
on a bad
the
night.
Celtics, they lost. I'm not gonna say that blowout wasn't crazy, but you gotta look at the Celtics were on like a 5 to 6 game road back to back to back. That was like their 5th game on the road. Like they was tired.
But that was Charlotte's second end of a back to back. They had just played a game the night before.
Look
Yeah.
how many players that they have that they can just rotate. That's literally an AAU team.
Well, if the team is an AAU team, then that means you got to give the coach a lot of credit for what they're doing right now.
I think
Man.
what also needs to be taken into account for coach of the year
That recency bias is crazy.
is sustained success. The Hornets did not get off to a good start.
That's
Right.
what like literally
And-
listen, you're saying, oh, they had a 15 game out of 19 game win record right now, etc. etc. They had a crazy streak. Wasn't the longest streak of the year, by the way. It wasn't. So they had this
think it
crazy
was.
streak, and now you're saying it wasn't. Now you're saying, oh,
You forget OKC started the season like damn near
even the
21
Pistons
games.
went like 11-0 at one point. Even the Pistons had like an 11 game win streak at
we
one
won
point.
13 straight, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
You're not explaining to me why the coaching job isn't impressive. You're telling me the team is an AAU team. You're telling me they started 4-14. They started bad and they turned it around. Who did you give that credit to?
I'm gonna put it to you like this, because you don't get coach of the year consideration for doing a good job coaching half the season.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
It's not coaching half the season.
It would be the
It is
Charlotte
coaching half the season.
It would be the Charlotte Hornets coach if this was the NFL. Now, because the NFL, how they do their coach of the year, it don't be the team with the best record. It just be the team that faced adversity and overcame it, or won a lot more games than they thought they was going to win. That's how the NFL decide their coach of the year. The NBA usually they go with front runners,
Wire to wire.
With that being said, that the clear answer is JB Bickerstaff, and it just is. But I'm more impressed with the job that the Charlotte Hornets coach is doing, because I still thought there was another 2 years away.
Yeah, very impressive.
Another two.
I mean,
impressive, sure, for sure. Hella impressive.
It's the most impressive coaching job
in the NBA
thus far this season.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is why I would give him the award.
And if that's how they awarded that award, that'd be the right answer. But
I don't think it'd be for the coach of the year. For the entire year.
Yeah, he did a heck of a coaching job.
Maybe if there was a most
if
there was a most improved team award, all for it. Charlotte, you got it.
No,
Yeah,
you're not.
there we
You're
go.
not
There we
looking
go.
at it. You're not looking at it the same. So when you have a team that's not ready yet, you can't expect them to come out final all cylinders game number 1 of the season.
He had to teach them how to win.
But over time, the coaching job and the philosophy and what you're preaching gets through to them, and you start winning. This is what happened with JB the first year he was in Detroit. Y'all didn't come out with expectations, and he did a good job. And I remember the last time we had a NBA award show, we was giving JB credit for getting a team that wasn't expected to be good to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You've been giving JB Coach of the Year consideration for the last 3 years.
I have not, because he
No, I'm not. They were at the bottom of the
First off,
East
he wasn't
2 years ago. What are we
He
talking
wasn't
about?
the Pistons coach for the last 3 years. He got hired last
He
year.
just got
Okay,
literally just got hired.
and you gave him Coach of the Year consideration last year.
Yeah, absolutely, because they went from being a 14-win team to the 6th seed in the East.
Okay, and this is what Charlotte is on the way to doing.
No, Charlotte was the worst team in the league,
No.
and they're barely scraping playing
And,
right now.
and look who they
They're-
traded
they're- hold
off
on,
and who they got
number
on their
8.
team.
Hold on, they're number 8 right now.
That's a playing team.
They made a lot of
the playing
rebuild
team.
decisions. Like they made a
still
lot of
got they
changes.
still got 20 games left. Chris, listen,
True-
hold on,
true
hold on.
enough.
Listen, they got 32 wins. The number 6 seed has 34 wins. There's two wins away from the number 6 seed and 3 wins away from the number 5 seed. They can get that. And they're out of the team, the Raptors, the 76ers, the Orlando Magic, the Miami Heat, and the Hawks, the Hornets are the hottest team out of all of those. So if I was to think who's going to be in the 5th or 6th seed by playoff time, it's going to be Charlotte. So if that's the case, he's going to have the same exact circumstances that JB Bickerstaff had. And if you consider JB Bickerstaff last year, you must consider Charles Lee this year.
Considered, but did JB
Have you
Bickerstaff
considered
win
my
last
serving
year?
code?
We're talking about who we
Did-
actually think is gonna win and who we want to win. And you
We're
said
not
the
talking about who we
Hornets.
think is going to win.
We're literally talking about the coach of the year
No, we're
award.
talking about who I would give the award to. I'm not talking about who I think is going to win.
And you kind of making me glad that you don't get a media vote.
I'm very grateful. That's crazy.
Because this is how niggas get robbed of awards right here.
That's wild.
I think JB is unanimous, to be 100% honest with you.
Why? Because they got the best
I
record
don't
in the
think
East?
it's unanimous. I don't think it's unanimous.
Let's do this. Let's look at the last 5 years who won Coach of the Year. How about that?
I know Missoula won coach. Missoula won
Joe
coach of the
Mazzulla
year
got
within
it.
one of those 5.
Joe Mazzulla got it
2 years ago, maybe.
2 years ago. Mark Daigneault got it last year. Chris Finch got it the year before Joe Mazzulla. So Mark Daigneault, Joe Mazzulla, Chris
I'm pulling it
Finch.
up right now. I'm pulling it up right now. Never fear. Never fear.
Oh,
Mike-
shit.
All right. Kenny Atkinson last year, 64
What?
wins with the Cavs. And 2024-25, my bad. Right? Kenny Atkinson with the Cavs last year?
That
64
shouldn't
wins?
that shouldn't. So when the fuck did Mark Daigneault win Coach of the Year?
2023-24. 57 wins. Mike Brown with Sacramento with only 48 wins, but that was one of the awards where
What the fuck?
They clearly have a pattern of giving it to whoever won first in their season, first in their conference.
well, not when Sacramento got it with 48 wins.
Mike Brown, didn't they
Wasn't
win
his
first
first
in
year,
the
though.
wasn't that the year they went first in the regular season in the West?
No,
Sacramento
mark?
hasn't been first in the West.
no, not with no
since-
48 wins.
Chris
In
Webber.
3 years. It was 3 years ago. They were
No,
first
it
in the
wasn't.
West.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Put money on it. Put money on it. Put money on it right
I'm
now.
telling you
Put
right
money on
now.
it right now. Put money on it
In
right
the last
now.
5 years,
Put
they had the
money
best record
on
in the
it
West.
Right now. Put money on it right now. Don't look it up. Put money. You can't put money on it right
already
now.
saying yes. I'm
money
looking
on it
it
right
up so
now.
to see who won. I'm putting
Put
it on. Like, what
money-
are you
put
talking about?
$20 right now. Put money on it.
The 2022-2023 season. They
They were
finished
first in the West.
They did not finish first.
They were
That was
first in
3
the
years
West.
ago.
They
That
were
was
first
within
in the
5
West.
years.
They finished
I
the regular
just
season
said that.
first in the
I
West.
just said that. I just said that. They finished first in their conference. What are you talking about? They did it 3 years ago. Look it up.
They played Golden State. Their first Golden State was the 8th seed. They played them in the playoffs.
Woo! 2023.
They won 7 games.
Something wrong with this website.
Am I tripping?
Yeah, you tripping 2023. Yeah, no, you tripping.
Oh, all right. Oh, all right. They didn't have the best. They didn't have the best record in the regular season. 3
It
years
looked like
ago.
the Nuggets. It looked like Nuggets.
The year you
It
said
looked like
20,
Nuggets,
2022,
Nuggets,
2023, right?
Grizzlies, Kings in the West. It was Nuggets, Grizzlies, Kings that year in the West,
Oh.
and then in the East it was Bucks, Celtics, Sixers.
Oh, damn. I was really excited. No, okay, hear me out.
Nah, I'll send you my cash app.
We didn't even say a number for real.
I said $20.
I'll send you $1.
Nope, 20. Because that's the second time you've been loud and wrong.
What's the first time?
Hold on, let me double check though. Let me double check.
What's the first time I was wrong?
What was it? Jay, help me out. What was the other one?
Yeah.
Jay,
I mean, but
Jay's
yeah.
not about to say that. But Jay is not about to contribute to this. Like talking about like, and how did they know it was Pink Moscato? That's crazy.
No, they be K's calls me Pink Moscato Chris.
That's hilarious.
Hey,
It definitely
Tom
Pink
Thibodeau won in 2020, y'all. With hold on, that's how many? That's
who won in 2020?
70. 20. Tom Thibodeau. They only played 72 games that year. He won 41. Nick Nurse won it the year before that, and they only won 53 games. Like, yeah, I mean, I say this. It might be a hard sell for Charles Lee to get top votes with them being, right now they got 32 wins. They might end up with only like maybe, let's say they win 15 out of the last 20. Well, shoot, they still can get. I don't know.
For me personally, I think Coach of the Year, Joe Mazzulla is just very impressive because I think you could put any player into his system and he would still do very well. And so when I look at a coach and the system and the attitude and the mentality that he brings, there's a lot of people who aren't Celtics fans counting the Celtics out. You look at their roster and there's no way on paper you think that this team would finish the way that they are doing right now. And that's why it's impressive to me with Joe Mazzulla and everything they've been able to accomplish. Sure, Jaylen Brown has contributed a ton. I'm not going to take that away. But I still look at them as a whole, as a team. And those guys are system guys, and they're running the system very well. And to see the people they have in place and still winning, it's crazy. It blows my mind. So I'm leaning more towards
better players. Who you think got better players, Boston or Charlotte?
Better players in what capacity? Because I think Charlotte is an eight team, and they got a lot of great one-on-one players.
We can go with the number one. The number one is Jaylen Brown. And the Charlotte Hornets number one was Melo. Who's better?
I'm gonna take Jaylen Brown.
Okay. The number two, White versus
Kobe White, who just got on the team, by the way. Just got on.
No.
He did just get on the team, though.
Not that White. Not that White. Derek White.
Oh, Derek White. Okay.
Derek White is the number two for Boston, and the number two for Charlotte was Brandon Miller. Who's better?
Brandon Miller.
As a player, like one-on-one, Brandon Miller definitely has size, length, aggression over Derek White. But Derek White, I think, is a better role player, role player.
Okay, so the number one and the number two is better.
Brandon Miller's better.
Brandon Miller, okay.
Yeah.
So the number one is better for Boston, and number two is better for Charlotte. All right. Can we go further down? Number three, Peyton Pritchard.
We can go further down.
Versus Con Knuppel.
Peyton Pritchard's finish package is crazy.
Okay.
I don't see Con finishing the way that Peyton
but
did.
you see where I'm going with it. If you're coaching the better team and the better players, and the guy that you're saying is in Charlotte don't have Jaylen Brown or Peyton Pritchard or Derek White, all these championship level players, these dudes went to the championship and won it. And they've been to the championship twice. And they've been to the conference finals 4 times. That's the people that is on his roster, right? Versus Charles Lee got puppies. He ain't got big dogs yet. They're trying to grow up.
But then after you get to the third option, then you got 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and we know it's playoffs. You need a great bench. You need guys who can come off the bench and still hold it down. There's nobody on the team, on Charlotte's team, on Jordan Walsh. No, Jordan Walsh is not that. You know what I mean? Luke Garza. Saucer, Hauser, what are we talking about? So after the three, you're talking about playoff experience that the Celtics have, those 3 playoff experiences that they have, they don't really have nobody else. That's why I said on paper, you look at the roster of the Celtics and you count them out from the beginning of the season. We can run the clips back. We all did. So the Hornets, we counted them out too.
Okay, so both teams was counted out.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Look at where the Celtics are right now.
Yeah,
that's why I feel like Mazzulla should.
But we're proving players though.
He's up there for me.
Like his top 3 players. That's crazy. Mazzulla's top 3 players are proven, and Charlotte's top 3 players aren't proven.
The Charlotte Hornets have great one-on-one games. You could get away with all the scoring that they do. I don't think they're as disciplined on defense. As I watch them play, I look at the system of the Celtics, and I'm far more impressed with their system versus the Hornets system. And
Except
that's
for when
why
they
I
just
say
played 3 nights
you
ago.
can interchange players within the Celtic system and still have a winning record versus interchanging players in the Hornets system. And, basketball is a game of runs. Clearly, the Hornets are on a run. I'm not going to knock that. But I don't think that their system, that their coach has, is truly a winning system in the long run.
Well, it's interesting because Charles Lee was the assistant for Missoula, so they got the same system.
And Charles Lee has some championships under his belt. He's been a part of winning programs. He knows what it takes to win. I'm not knocking that. I'm looking at the teams right now in the systems and the coaching. I'm looking at the coaches. We want to get into the one-on-ones with the players, but the coaches, you can have LeBron and Luka on your team, the players, and have a terrible team. Or you can have a mid-player team and have a great winning team. And that's what the Celtics have.
Yeah, and I think that's what Charlotte has, but they're just on a come up. And Boston has already been up, you know what I mean? But we'll move on to all NBA.
Whoa.
What?
MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. Fuck those.
No. Why you want to do those first?
What you mean do those first? Oh, we just going in whatever order? You saving those for last?
Yeah. You don't want to do MVP last?
Well, I don't know. This your show.
I mean, if we do MVP,
all right, we'll do MVP and DPOY last.
Yeah, hold on. I can't find this.
We can get into the All NBAs.
Well, I can't find this thing right here. There we go. Well, that ain't what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. And then I wanted to do that. There we go. Sheesh. So you want to do MVP first?
Now we can do the All NBA joints.
Let's do All NBA. Yeah. I mean, we can run through it real quick. It's not hard. Listen. It's
so
position.
I do gotta make one change to one person because I didn't know we wasn't applying the 65 game rule.
I mean, you can. We can talk about it. You good, Jay?
I'll put it on discussion. I'll put it in discussion with you guys. See how y'all feel about it when we get there.
Well, I know we there now.
No, when we actually get there. So my All NBA first team, keeping with how they got it positionless, I got SGA, Cade, Jaylen Brown, Wemby, and Ant-Man.
SGA, Cade,
Jaylen Brown, Wemby, and Ant-Man. First team.
Wemby and Ant-Man. Wemby and Ant-Man.
Oh!
What happened?
Breaking news. I know we on basketball, but Max Crosby just got traded to the Ravens.
For who?
Don't know. They probably come up with the details in a little bit, but Max Crosby to the Ravens. Damn.
I like it.
Damn.
We don't have to see him 2 times a year no more. Good job.
Damn.
The Ant-Man thing is throwing me on first.
It's fucking
team.
with you? It's fucking with you?
Little bit.
Let's talk about it.
Who would you put instead?
First round picks in 2026 and 2027. So that's multiple first round picks. Multiple in both years. That's what I'm saying.
Tough one.
Adam
Bree, who your 5 for first team?
SGA, Kate, Wemby.
You got Brown in there?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown and then Tyrese Maxey.
I knew you was gonna have Tyrese Maxey in there. Oh man, so Tyrese over Ant-Man.
Yep.
Nobody got Luka. Wait, hold on. What about Jokic? I'm going Jokic.
Okay, that's yo.
Okay, so that's why I knew something was missing. I would go SGA, Cade. I'm going Brown, and I'm going Joker, and then I'm going Wemby.
Say that 5 altogether.
Wemby, Joker, Brown, Cade, SGA.
Same 5.
Chinese man
I
said
mean-
the same thing.
Same team.
Same thing.
Because
Yeah.
Joe, I mean, Joe, you got to put Joker there. And in the second 5, y'all ain't gonna like them
It's
neither.
crazy. You leave Cooper out because of his games, but then you put Joker in despite him being out just as many games.
Well, I ain't say he was the MVP. We talking about first team.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, y'all ain't gonna like my second 5.
Go ahead with him.
All right, my second 5 is Brunson, Jokic, Luka, KD, and now here's where, because I was like, I didn't know we was honoring the 65 game. I had Donovan Mitchell. I'm taking Donovan Mitchell out, and I'm putting in Kawhi Leonard.
I like Kawhi Leonard in there.
So second team for me is Brunson, Jokic, Luka, Kawhi, KD.
Who don't like that?
I love it.
You don't like
But
it,
I got Ant-Man in my second team though. So
Ant-Man in your second team. I'm gonna definitely go with KD. I'm going with Ant-Man.
KD, Ant.
Dang,
I got
this is
Brunson there.
definitely Brunson's in there. 100%.
Y'all got Brunson in there.
I mean,
Now y'all gonna get mad at my next 2.
I want to hear it.
Hold
I
on,
put
hold
Luke
on.
in there, so I know I'm gonna get some heat from that. But
I
Okay.
almost was tempted to
I'm
leave
going.
him
I'm
out.
going Luka's second team too. I'm going Luka's second team. KD and Luka. I would go. Dang it, man!
Are you showing Kawhi love?
I'm going Kawhi. I am. I'm going
Gotta
Kawhi.
go Kawhi, bro. He's
Kawhi-
been balling.
In
That's
is a bucket.
Balling.
Is
One,
a,
two,
His
three,
field
four.
goal percentage to
been
everything.
nasty.
Crazy.
nasty.
And then I will go
Disgusting.
Maxey in my second team. I'm going Maxey over Brunson. That's my second.
My third team gonna piss you off then.
I had Maxey and Luka.
Maxey has been how many 50-point games does this man need to have to get some
He holding
respect
it
on
down.
his name?
Yeah,
He definitely
he was
holding it
second
down.
team All NBA.
He definitely holding it
You're
down.
one of the 10 best players in the league. Now my
He's
third team,
definitely top 10.
my third team gonna piss everybody.
I don't know, Jay. Me and you might be neck and
Oh
neck
no,
for worst
no,
third team.
no! Stop! I'm sorry. Jamal Murray is on my first team over Maxey. I got with Jamal Murray. I'm sorry, the Jamal star. Jamal Murray. is
Brittany
second
just
team over
said thank you for the Maxey respect, and then you just take him out like that and
No,
replace
yeah,
him with
yeah.
Jamal Murray.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Murray is second team over Maxey. I'm sorry, but Maxey is my third team.
No,
Go ahead,
this
Chris.
Maxey is my
season,
third team.
All right,
Go
all
ahead,
right.
this
Chris.
season,
So here's my third team.
Jamal on my third team.
Here's my third team. Jalen Duren, Chet Holmgren, Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, Devin Booker.
That's a really good third team. I would probably have Brunson over Booker at this point.
Brunson's in my second team.
Oh shoot.
Brunson's
Well,
in
where
my
you got
second
Jamal
team.
Murray at?
I didn't put Jamal Murray on the
13.
list. I low key forgot
Hey, yo.
about him. I did
Jamal
low
on my
key forget
third.
about him.
Nah, ain't no
So
way.
to be
Ain't
honest
no
with you, now here's where y'all help me out at. Because I feel like Maxey on third team is right where I'm okay with him being at, but I'm not fully sold on Scotty Barnes. I gave him that because of what he's hooping.
What?
He's hooping, but would you put Jamal Murray over Scotty Barnes?
Yes.
No.
And take Scotty Barnes off of all NBA consideration altogether? Because he's not above
No.
anybody else on my all NBA teams.
I'm a Scotty Barnes stan. That man is different.
Barnes is over Chet Holmgren, brother.
So you taking Chet out to put Jamal in?
I'm sure. Well, first of all, Jamal's on my second team, so I ain't got to take I would put Barnes third team. I wouldn't put Chet third team. I will put Barnes third team. I got Maxey, Brunson, Barnes. I got Duran. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's my fifth for
And I put Devin Booker. Devin Booker's my fifth on third team.
I don't know if I'm going Devin Booker. Somebody's missing.
And you put Jamal Murray on second team.
I did.
Did you have KD on your team?
KD is second team for me.
Second team.
For Mel? Oh, okay.
Second team, yeah.
You probably missing Michael. You missing Michael Porter Jr.
I took Donovan Mitchell out for Kawhi Leonard. So Donovan Mitchell is still available.
There you go, Donovan Mitchell.
Spider.
Donovan Mitchell.
My Spider's on my
So you putting Donovan Mitchell over Devin Booker?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can rock with that.
Yeah. Devin Booker will be back. He just missed a bunch of games, and Cavs are doing better than Phoenix right now. But yeah, that's how I got it, man. So no Steph. Injuries took him about it there. No AD, no LeBron. That's surprising.
Woo!
But,
Celebrate.
Yeah. I'm celebrating.
Good times. Come on.
Hey man, I got P5 on my third team, guys.
P5, not this year. Ooh, Jayson Tatum. Oh, he got hung. That was the first quarter. Okay.
Yeah, he still didn't have his legs yet.
Sheesh, boy, his legs was like linguine. His legs was like linguine, dog. That is funny, man. You shouldn't be getting hung at 16 though.
JT back though.
So I'm gonna repeat my first team.
Wemby on the first team and everybody, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wemby's there.
Yeah.
Wemby's first
He was
team
not.
for
Wemby is first team. Mm-hmm.
If you don't got Wemby first team, you're fired.
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat mine real quick. SGA first team, Cade, Jaylen Brown, Wemby, Ant-Man. That's my first team. Second, I'm lying. That's not my first team. That's Chris's. My first team is SGA, Cade, Jaylen Brown, the Joker, and Wemby. That's my first team. Second team is KD, Ant-Man, Luka, Kawhi, Jamal Murray. Third team, Maxey, Brunson, Barnes, Duran, Donovan Mitchell. That's solid.
I like it, except I would wish that you had Brunson on second team.
So I'll go over mine again. Mine is NBA first team: SGA, Cade, Jaylen Brown, Wemby, Ant-Man. Second team is Brunson, Jokic, Luka, Kawhi, KD, and third team is Duran, Chet, Scotty Barnes, Maxey, and Donovan Mitchell.
What I'm doing about my legs, Charlie Murphy? You can get another couch.
Now I'm intrigued to see what y'all do for these two all NBA all defense teams.
Yeah,
man, that's gonna be tough.
I'm excited for that one.
I let Bree roll hers out, and I
had seen in our chat just 2 people. I didn't have like a whole team, so I need a 5 because I didn't have that planned. I only had
it's all defense.
Well,
all defense first team and all defense second team.
Okay, well I can kick it out and off the top of the dome and Nagar.
All right,
I got Keontae George from the Jazz.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great defensive player. I have Stephen Castle.
Okay.
I got Sora Thompson, Wemby.
Okay.
And I want to throw a big man other than Wemby in there. And so I'm going to go Evan Mobley.
Okay. Now, I would definitely put Brown in over George.
Over Keontae George?
Yeah. And then I probably would go the number one defensive team in the league is OKC. Someone's got to be on there. So over Mobley, I'm going Chet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Chet over Mobley. So I would have Chet, Wemby. I like the Castle pick. Both the Thompson twins are phenomenal, but I'm probably gonna go with one more OKC Thunder and show some love to Jayson Wallace, the guy that's leading the league in steals. So Jaylen Brown, Castle, Jayson Wallace, Chet Holmgren, and Wemby will be my first.
All right. My first all defense is Wemby, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Wallace, Tyrese Maxey, and Asor Thompson.
You said Wemby, Castle?
Nope. Wemby, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Wallace, Tyrese Maxey, and Asar Thompson.
Tyrese Maxey? You might well put Charles Barkley in there. Tyrese Maxey? No Chet Holmgren? Are you serious? Chris, explain. Explain.
That's a good explanation right there.
No. Tyrese Maxey is tied with Jayson Wallace for league leader in steals.
Yeah, but he ain't locking nothing up. Jayson Wallace locking up and getting steals. Maxey just quick and getting steals that way like Iverson used to, but you couldn't put Iverson on somebody and say, hey, go stop Kobe. No, we're not doing that. With Jayson Wallace, we're like, hey, the best ball handler on the team, that's your assignment. That's tough, dog.
That's why I like Steven Castle. That's why he's in mine. Steven Castle takes the assignment of guarding the best player on the other team.
I got Maxey out there, man. I got Maxey.
That's tough. What you think, Jay?
I ain't do a 5.
Well, now, what you think about ours, though?
I love these orange and yellow jerseys.
I would put Chet up there over Maxey. But that just you got to show love to big man blocks and being a rim protector. We got to bring more of that back to the league. You got to show love for that.
Agreed.
And he doing it with olive oil flame. So you gotta, you know what I mean?
Agreed. Why LaMelo make that man touch earth like that?
Crazy.
Sheesh.
These jerseys fire though.
Man.
These jerseys fire. I ain't gonna
Don't worry, he got one loading.
I know he do. It's in his cart.
y'all funny, man. Y'all look good.
All right. So second team, I got Evan Mobley, Isaiah Stewart, Dyson Daniels.
He could probably be on first team, actually.
He probably could with Dyson Daniels, Chet Holmgren, and Scotty Barnes.
I mean, so we're not putting Durant on neither one of the teams.
They're gonna split it up. Like none of them boys in Detroit gonna get more than one thing.
Yeah, that's what happened with OKC. They put when SGA made All NBA first team, they gave Jay Will the defensive joint. So Jay Will got second team defense last year, and
Lou Dort got first team. I think
Lou Dort got first team. So they.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
No, I was finished.
But the reason why I say they're gonna put Stewart over Duran is because Stewart, as a bench player, is top 5 in blocks.
Well, I got in mind. I definitely want to. I don't want to leave out VJ Edgecombe. That man is an amazing defensive player. He makes a lot of great defensive plays. So I put him on my second team, maybe the last
they
one.
just gonna put that man on the all rookie team.
Probably, but I'm sliding him in there because I like when I watch the game, I get the whole stats thing, but I'm watching how players affect. I watch how players affect and disrupt. And VJ is very disruptive. Even when he lacks in scoring, he makes up for it on the defensive end. And I see why they have him out there so much. He's just very special in the defense. He rotates so well. He's very explosive. and athletic. So I like him as a defensive-minded candidate to throw in there. I also, I'm not gonna leave out Rudy Gobert. I know he gets a lot of hate, but he's still like one of the best defenders in the. I can't knock his defense. I'm gonna throw in OG Anunoby.
Like that. You know, Bam always never get no love, man. Bam got to start getting love.
Bam, I think he's accepted that right now, though. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I
it's
think
unfair,
he's.
though, man.
It's almost like it doesn't bother him. He's kind of like he's patient. I think he's.
I mean,
with
his girlfriend Asia Wilson, it wouldn't bother me either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? That was like I think this
me
year he was so under the radar.
Forget about it.
Yeah. And then that was 3. I got 2 more. I got Dyson Daniels, and then I'll throw in
Are we not giving Scotty Barnes no love?
No Bam in there.
I already gave Scotty love. Trust me.
All defense?
I don't see a need to put him in there. I
1.4
think
steals, 1.6 blocks.
it's listen. Listen. I don't. It's not that I want to leave Scotty off. Trust me, he does everything for his team. That's why I had him on my All NBA team, second team. He does everything, and even when their big man is out, he's the number 5, and he's still everything runs through him, offensively and defensively. I'm not taking that away, but I had him on my All NBA team, so I kind of try not to have players in both spots personally, just to make it fun.
Oh, matter of fact, nah, I gotta change some shit. I'm sorry, I gotta change some shit.
No, you good.
Cause since we scrapping the 65 game rule, somebody got to come off this shit for Kawhi.
Oh, defensively?
Nah. I don't think defensively Kawhi should be getting his flowers. I don't feel like Kawhi. He locks up, but I feel like he takes some nights off. I think he takes nights off sometimes.
Yeah, the nights that he doesn't suit up.
I just think he like even when he's out there, when I watch him play, sometimes you could just see Kawhi. He gets away with being super athletic. I don't know. I think he'd be taking some nights off, bro.
I don't know, man. 2 steals. He's also tied for tops in the league with 2 steals a game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he still clamp up.
Don't call him the claw for nothing. Y'all see the picture of him high-fiving KD?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Dude hand is
yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Massive.
All right, here go the big one.
Ooh.
This the one right here.
Oh, you want to do defensive player of the year first?
Yeah, let's do defensive player of the year.
I think that was pretty much
Wemby.
I think
it's
Wemby's to lose.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Wemby.
It's gonna be
Wemby. Yeah.
All right, now we can go to MVP.
Yeah,
the only way he can lose it. The only way he can lose it is missing the game over the 20 game. I mean, over the 17 games.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's it. It's lose. Woo!
They said Kawhi had a software update.
Hey, Zay, been hooping since that update.
Oh man,
this is
software update crazy.
Man, with you, man. This is gonna be the one to watch. I could honestly probably give a shit about any other award category. This is gonna be the one to watch.
Hey, before y'all do this, man. Before y'all do this, my sources is telling me that KW3 will have this on his helmet next year.
Who? Kenneth Walker?
Mm-hmm. It's heavy traction. They say he's about to be a Chief.
Yeah. If I was the Chief, that's what I'd be going for.
Believe
and
it.
Charlotte lost to Miami too, so
believe it when I see it.
All right, but MVP, real easy. Only 3 people can get it at this point. Pose, Joker, SGA, and Cade.
I'm not even putting Joker up there, bro.
Listen, he's not out of it till he missed those next 3 games.
No, it's 1. He has 1.
Oh yeah,
game.
he won, and so it doesn't matter how you miss the next one. Like if he gets suspended for the tech rule.
Mm-hmm. That one game is it. That's it. If you don't suit up for one more game,
they changing that rule after this.
That rule will be done for.
That's crazy. They put the rule in because they felt like Embiid played 66 games and won it, and they was complaining because Joker.
But then they
played
changed the
more.
rule to 65. He still would have got it that year.
Right, but it was initiated because it was pretty much the Embiid rule to kind of help Jokic out, and now it's about to affect Jokic, and they about to take the rule away. That's crazy.
Yeah. Same things make you laugh, make you cry.
Insane, dog.
I think it's more of a two-leg race with a third person just for optics at this point.
Who's the two legs?
I think it's SGA and Cade.
Yeah, that's why I got the pictures right there. SGA and Cade.
It's SGA and Cade and
Jokic could be a dark horse. I don't think he'll win.
I think when it comes down to it, the team success, the offensive production, and what you do on defense, honestly, it's only SGA and Cade.
Oh man, you think they care about that?
No, these are our awards.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Oh no, yeah. Listen. Detroit is not the market for an MVP, so Cade probably won't win it.
They had an MVP before.
I mean, he and all the polls has been coming out, and all the Bleacher Reports and ESPN and CBS, all the MVP letters has been coming out. Cade has never been in the top two.
Oh, not even in the top two?
No, it has been Joker and SGA 1 and 2. They've been flip flopping, and I've seen Luka at number 3. I've seen I think now they got Wemby at number 3, but they've never put Cade at number 2. Maybe Cade was number 3 once, but never number 2.
Yeah, he's been sitting at comfortably at number 4 and below. It's
Correct.
Crazy.
Just crazy.
Like they would not give Cade love, dog. And Wemby wasn't
Luka above him. It was crazy.
Yeah, Luka has been. Look, listen, Wemby, even when he missed that stretch of games at the beginning of the season and wasn't playing like an MVP when he came back, they still was just like, okay, we just go wait. As soon as he started playing good, as soon as he started having a good game, they dropped running number 3 above Cade. I'm like, man, Cade's been doing this all season, and they got the best record in the league, behind OKC. Like, y'all can show him no love, and it is what it is.
Which is why I asked y'all that question yesterday, and I'm gonna ask y'all again, and everybody in the chat can chime in. SGA, although he's not as close as Jokic is, he's closer than Cade is to that 65 game strap, right?
Mm-hmm.
If SGA, Wemby, and Jokic all end up missing the 65 game limit and Cade wins, does that put an asterisk next to that MVP?
For us, probably no. But the media who didn't want him to get it, maybe.
That's a great question. It's kind of like a bubble ring, but like
they're gonna say circumstances and that was but I could see them trying to find a way to give it to Luka.
I just feel like
them give it to Luka before they give it to Cade.
Look how long it took even Jalen Brunson to be considered a superstar.
They give it to
and
JB,
everything he did. Does that make sense? Like, it just feels like you have to give it a couple more years for Cade for them to give it to him.
I just
like,
don't.
It takes a lot more.
That have nothing to do with basketball. There's some tests he got to pass before they put the rocket on his back.
Cade will have to average 30, 11, and 10 to get MVP in Detroit. I think, you know what I'm saying? I don't, it's not Detroit's time, right? And if Detroit wins a ring, great. The city will love that, you know what I'm saying? But you see how OKC, it took a minute for OKC to be, because OKC is a small market, right? It took a minute for OKC to get the recognition that they deserve, right? They're just now getting put on top. SGA is just now getting, that team is just now getting recognized, right? SGA should have 2 MVPs by now, if we're being honest. The one he got last year and the one he should have got the year before.
Yeah.
You apply that formula, the Pistons are about 4 to 5 years out from that same cycle. If they maintain the same,
I wouldn't say 4 to 5. I would say next year.
Also, I'm not saying it's a terrible field goal percentage, but if we're comparing apples to oranges and they really going through the stat lines, like Cade doesn't even shoot that well as well from the field for MVP superstar status, to be honest.
What do you shoot?
I think
37?
he's regardless of the field goal percentage, he does so much for his team though.
Yeah, but like Tyrese Halliburton gave them average almost 9 something assists last year, and we weren't looking at him for MVP.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton wasn't putting up an MVP type season. And sit there and lie and say he was.
They wasn't number one. They wasn't number one in the East either.
His stats were they weren't number one in the East, but his stats were around the same.
And Cade is a lot more consistent than Halliburton is because Halliburton would go missing a lot.
I'm giving the MVP to SGA. I'm sorry, kid. You had a great run. But
yeah, it's SGA for me
is still that guy, man.
Yeah,
He's in the last 3 games, he's came back there. First of all, OKC is on a 4-game winning streak in the last 3 that he's been back in. Just out the gates, he's averaging like 30 points in his last 3 games. Still, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's and I say just his points, but still defensively, he's guarding like the best player on the court every time. Like, that guy is a beast.
Not every time.
Almost every time.
Yeah,
almost every time.
They take turns. But Lou Dort got Lou Dort take him a lot, and so does Cason Wallace. So
yeah, but I mean I just saw SGA was guarding like De'Aaron Fox, and they're not gonna put him on Wemby. You know what I mean? But like it's just like he's gonna
now. He did make it more interesting by missing those games because I didn't think it was close at first. He started missing those games. K had a good stretch, where he was kind of closing the gap. But good thing he came back and kind of reminded everybody who he was. But it's closer than it was before he got hurt, put it that way.
But nobody forgot who he was.
Shoot, they almost did.
No, sir.
They almost did.
That man bad, and people can't stand him.
Yeah,
Doris Burke hate him. Boy, Doris Burke took a shot at him again. I like, dude,
I heard that one.
You calling the whole
OKC
game,
fans gonna hate me when I say this, but SGA does the same push off. I'm Doris.
Like she got an axe to grind with him from last year. I'm like, golly, she was not
voted for Jokic.
Yeah, she doing it for Jokic. Yeah,
she must have voted for Jokic for sure.
She wanted him to beat. He said no.
Yeah, and same thing with Stan Van Gundy, man. Stan Van Gundy glazed Jokic so bad they started putting him on Denver broadcast. He was on the game last night, Denver, LA.
Even on the last couple ones.
I'm like, man, this dude glazed his way to a daggone job, man.
He been on the last couple of Nuggets games.
Yeah.
I know. I got SGA right now, but it's a lot closer than a lot of people are. Apparently, like I said, they don't even have Cade. Cade never cracked the top 2 this season. It's crazy. A lot closer than that to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I still got Cade too, but like most of everybody got Joker number 2, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, it's insane.
It's sickening.
And here's the thing: y'all better get MVPs while you can because number 1 in San Antonio probably about to go on a crazy MVP run.
Oh yeah, and he don't like that man. Don't like nobody. He don't shake hands like that. Hey, bruh.
Hey, you see you see that little hype thing they be doing in San Antonio now, man. He brought out there. They beat that silly ass.
Did he put a hole?
Huh?
Did he put a hole in the drum?
Yes.
I like the competitiveness. No, like I love the energy that he'll bring into the game.
He was mad in the All-Star game when somebody left the shooter open to
he was
beater.
He
was hot.
Yes.
I was like, yeah.
I like that. I like
one of the one.
Yeah.
As barring injury, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish injury on no player in the league. Barring injury, that man Wemby might start going MVP DPOY for the next 2-3 years.
It's just crazy because he's a freak of nature. Like I'm not saying
I'm looking
that's
at his
cool
feet
or
right
nothing,
now.
but I just be looking
that
like
dude's feet longer than Monday, dog.
Yeah, Jay Wright, SGA better get his second one now, and that might be it for a while. He probably can get a couple more rings, but after this season, MVP is done for SGA, and Joker, and Luka ain't never seen. He ain't gonna sniff no parts of it. He ain't gonna sniff no parts of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our last topic, y'all.
We about to be on the run.
Nah, that's for sure. If I can find it, I would tell you the kids if you couldn't find it, you blind mother. But I gotta go watch Harlem Nights tonight, man. All right, y'all. Jonathan Kuminga, man. Y'all been seeing this man play in Atlanta? Y'all seen the first 3 games?
Everybody who go to Atlanta right now seem to be hot. Nickel, DeAndre.
Well, Jonathan Kuminga is killing. Everybody loving him. Dominique Wilkins calling games, loving him. He out there showing out, doing Dominique in-game dunks, windmilling off 2 feet and pointing at Dominique, and the crowd is screaming "Thank you, Warriors!" They love Jonathan Kuminga, man. So, Steve Kerr was asked about all of that stuff in the interview, and this owl face bastard boy. He tried. I hate when he try to take shots. No, I hate when people try to take shots, but try to be nice, nasty. Like, I'm gonna do this in a nice way, but I'm gonna be nasty with how I do it, and then just be off. Like you calling us dumb if you think we gonna fall for this Jedi mind trick, right? But anyway, I'll let y'all hear the question and hear how he answered it.
Mark had Steve Kerr on his radio program yesterday morning, and he asked him point blank, "What do you say to the fans in the Bay Area who point to Kuminga and say, 'See, you don't know how to develop young talent'?" Here's Steve Kerr's response.
I remember when I got to Chicago, we had a couple of drafts, and I was in my 9th year, and I asked Phil Jackson, what he thought of the guys we drafted. He said, "Well, it won't matter for a few years." And I said, "How come?" He said, "Well, because grown-ups win championships." And it's true. It's really hard to come in as a young player and be expected to have the knowledge and skill and feel that you have to be a championship NBA player. I would equate it to just about anything else on earth. Tell me the profession where a guy with the highest test scores at Stanford can go and, be a CEO or, be a partner in a firm or something. It just life doesn't work that way. And so I think when I think about any frustration from our fans, it's probably just coming from this idea that young players should get it right away. It just doesn't work that way.
So lame, and I'm not surprised to hear that from Steve Kerr. I would say if I was Mark Willard, I would have pushed back. Steve Kerr, you're talking about Phil Jackson, who had Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, and was winning championships. So they got very low rated, right, draft picks that joined the Bulls. All right. If you're going to do this, Keith, and say that adults win championships, right? Not rookie players, not draft picks. Why the hell did you draft Wiseman or Moody or Kuminga? You should have traded them, right, on draft night because they're not going to help you win. It's a cop-out. How about the idea that, and Steve, why can't you admit that you can't develop young players? When they got Wiseman, they were like, oh, my God, they're going to be good for 20 years. Look at that. They're going to add them to what they already have. And they weren't able to do anything. The more I look at Steve Kerr's career, coaching, and how he's come off, it makes me want to throw up in my mouth. He's disrespectful to fans because he says to them when he sits down as stars and they've paid $400 or $500, tough luck. I guess, when you just have to suck it up and you bought the tickets and you're stuck. Now he isn't able to develop lottery picks, and then he's an enabler to Draymond Green, who he talks about adults in the room. Draymond is the biggest baby out there. So what is it, Steve Kerr? Explain to me. And thank God Mark Jackson got this thing started for you when you picked up Steph.
Don't go there with it.
Because that's what it is, Keith. What is he talking
everybody
about?
has played that game. How many rings does he have with the Warriors? 4? How many rings he have with the boy? He could put a ring on every hand. He's been with Team USA. Are we talking about Steve Smith or Steve Kerr? Put some respect on his name. He's a man. He's 60. He's right, Rob. He's right with what he said.
Mm-mm.
Now, I don't care about Wiseman or Kuminga. You got to draft those guys because those are the guys you got to draft. They're rated in the draft where they are. You got to take them.
Trade them if they're not going to help you.
No, you don't do that. And
Why
you're the
not?
Warriors.
Why
You're
not?
the Warriors.
Trade them for a
You don't have
Doncic.
room. You don't
Trade
have
'em.
room for the guys. You have Steph and Clay and Draymond
No,
and all
you
these other
got-
role
you-
players like Iguodala. And like, listen, Steve Kerr is right though. Let's not get too far off of what he said because you don't like the man. He said
I
grown-ups
have
win
nothing against him.
championships.
I'm gonna tell you why he's not right and how he tried to be slick with that Jedi mind trick and call us dumb to our face. The question was about Jonathan Kuminga, you not playing him and making us believe that he couldn't play or his IQ was low or he couldn't grasp offenses and all this crazy stuff you was telling us just for him to go to Atlanta and in 3 games like prove that to be false. And they're asking you, what do you say about people who say you don't develop young players? His answer was that young players don't come in and win you championships. But that wasn't the question. Like, of course, Jonathan Kuminga coming in at 19 is not going to be, all right, let's replace Steph Curry with Jonathan Kuminga and let him. That's not what we're asking. You're making us seem like we're dumb when you say the people who ask questions like that probably think that they should play right away. We're not talking about them playing right away. No one criticized you for Kuminga not playing the year y'all won the championship. We're criticizing you for not playing him in the 5 years you had him. Right? So that's why he's wrong. But anyway, I'm off my soapbox. Go ahead.
Steve Kerr is full of shit. 100%. And cool, you don't get young talent to win championships that first year that you get them. Cool. But after that championship that they were gifted, 5 years ago now, your window of being anything relevant was over. You were supposed to usher in the new regime. You were supposed to usher in the new team. And these young guys that were on your team, Kuminga included, was supposed to be part of that new ushering. But for some reason, you got suckered into believing that you could win with Steph, Clay, and Draymond. Steph, sure, I can allow you to have that. Y'all ended up picking Draymond Green over Clay. I wouldn't have did that, but y'all did that. So now you're still sitting here with Steph and Draymond, and you're still picking Draymond over everybody else who would better serve you. Because now, once Steph retires and Draymond retires or gets traded or gets cut or whatever, your team is nothing. You had the rare opportunity to continue to be competitive while ushering the new era of Golden State basketball, and you fumbled that. You lost Jordan Poole. You lost Wiseman. I don't even know if Kevon Looney is still on the team.
He's not.
You lost.
I think he's in the Pelicans. Yeah.
You lost Jonathan Kuminga. So now
Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins. So now your team future likely looks like Pods and Post and Spencer and Gui Santos.
Mind you,
and
young guys.
Young guys. But
Right, young guys, yeah.
Young guys, right?
Young guys is playing.
But are we really saying that once Steph and Draymond are done, that Pods, Post, Spencer, Gui Santos, and whoever else they got, are they
Jackson
moving?
Davis.
Are they moving the needle enough for the Warriors to continue to be competitive? No. But if you had these guys, as well as the guys that you decided to dump over Steph, Clay, and Draymond, you probably could have had a team that was still competitive, being led by Jonathan Kuminga. Maybe you keep Andrew Wiggins, Kevon Looney, James Wiseman. You might have could have had a team. But now, because you decided to gut your team for the old guard and some people in the old guard who don't deserve a job, in my opinion, but hashtag release the Warrior Files, right? Now you're about to be bottom of the barrel for at least
Chris,
the next 5 years.
I think that's what he wants. He's driving. Okay, so he's riding with the horse he came in on. He going home with the girl he brought to the prom, and he has no plans on being with Golden State with these young guys once Steph is gone. When Steph is gone, he's gone.
Exactly. When Draymond's gone, he's gone.
Yeah.
So then this
he's not investing in the guys that's the future because he don't plan on being part of that future. He know he's out of here. Bree, let me ask you this though.
Mhm.
If playing young guys on a team that can compete is an issue, how come Jalen Williams is 24 years old for OKC Thunder and Chet Holmgren is 23? That's the same age as Kuminga.
It's because Steve Kerr's stuck in the past. He kind of almost has this Clippers, those coaches or organization mentality. They're still stuck in that, old guys. I agree, have a great vet on your team. But what OKC did was say, hey, we're going to have a vet that comes off the bench and that will usher in that type of presence for you in the playoffs. Whereas though Steve Kerr gets Al Horford and it takes Trace Jackson Davis and Quentin Post and the Kevon, they takes them out of the starting lineup and ushers in Al Horford as a starter. And Al Horford's 39 years old.
That's another thing, Bree. Thank you. You went and go get Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis.
Right.
You chose all these people over Jonathan Kuminga.
Bro, Jordan Poole was traded for CP3. They kept him for 1 year. Not even a year. He didn't even finish the whole. Did he finish the whole year? Yeah, they kept him for 1 year.
He finished the whole year.
Right, half a season because they got him at the deadline. And then you get Porzingis for Jonathan Kuminga. He's not gonna be that long either. Yes, right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brie.
No, like you're right. He's just stuck in his mentality. He's almost giving me that impression. He's that employee who's not gonna put their 2-week notice in, or they're gonna put it in, and they didn't even they're not finishing out. They're not finishing out their career with dignity. It just almost feels like he's been in the game. He just feels so. His mindset's in the past. He's not willing to change it, and I think because he's not willing to change it, it's because he's done. He's calling it. I think once, and he's gonna just ride it. What's it? Ride it till the wheels fall off. His mentality.
But if that's the case, then this also falls on the front office because you sitting back and just letting this shit happen and signing off on it. You're the trades ultimately, even if Steve Kerr is somehow saying that, I want this player gone, let's get this player. Ultimately, those trades don't get done without the front office signing the deal.
That's why.
So the front office.
That's why you hire somebody you can control in the front office.
Like a Duke player.
But if so, we're basically saying as a coach, the expectation is for you to better the people that are on your roster and develop them. I am starting to wonder though, who can we show as a prime example that has been developed over time without their own what's it called? Volition. Is that the right word?
If I'm looking at it,
that's the only one I can see.
Kerr hasn't developed anybody. Kerr came in. Kerr was gifted. Kerr was gifted a Lamborghini with 15 miles on it, and he has put 350,000 miles on this Lamborghini. He hasn't developed anything. He hasn't
got an oil change.
He hasn't got an oil change. He hasn't rotated the tires. Changed the Cabanel filter.
I'm just gonna ride it to the end.
He hasn't done nothing. He hasn't.
The second owner gonna have to do all this maintenance.
He hasn't so much as changed windshield wiper fluid.
And he don't. And he's doing the smoke that's coming from the engine, known as Draymond Green.
Yeah. But he telling us that smoke is the AC. That's how I got. Yeah, we looking at it like, dude, y'all are trash. Y'all not competing. Y'all need to play Kuminga. He telling us no, Kuminga can't play. You peeing on us and telling us it's raining.
Literally, he tried to pick us up on a date in his Lamborghini. We hear the clunking noises. He turned the radio up and just looked at you.
Don't look here. Look over here.
You ain't even so much as changed the tags on the license plate, but you don't get pulled over because you Steve Kerr.
It's crazy.
Come on, brother.
Using the word adult was just disrespectful. Adult at the end of the day, 18 is the age of an adult. If we gonna get technical with it, you feel what I'm saying? And yes,
the only thing that works.
What is Draymond? Some ball tires.
Draymond is slicks. Racist slicks. Hey, you know what? Draymond Green is the rearview mirror and it's gone. The rearview mirror is off. The backup camera don't work. That's Draymond Green.
Yo, the backup camera. That's the
Draymond
adult.
Green,
That's the
Draymond
adult.
Green
he
is
was
the
talking
trunk.
Yeah.
The trunk don't pop.
The trunk is being held on by wire.
Oh man, golly, he's the
You ever been-
he's the trunk. He's holding all the Warriors files.
You ever,
He's
you ever
holding
been
that.
in a car where the ceiling was coming down and hitting everybody's head?
Motherfucker just
It's like
peeling.
falling. He was peeling.
Oh man,
This is-
he them bubble top Caprice that they were selling all the military on Military Avenue in Virginia.
Man, listen.
A Caprice with 150,000 miles on it, but with 22s on it. Boy, them boys was buying that junk for 25,000 with a daggone APR of 28.
28%
Hey, they do them
APR.
dirty in Norfolk, Chris.
Woo!
They was either getting
Damn.
they was getting
Bro.
4 cars. They was getting them.
Bro.
They was getting them Chrysler 300s.
Oh, the 300s was bad in Detroit.
Them Chargers.
But you know what? You know what? Detroit niggas is great. I remember tax season. It was always 2 things you saw. You always saw donks with the weird paint job. So like you'd be a donk, but it'd be M&M painted or Skittle painted or Pepto Bismol. Like they would put in these products in it, or you would see grill swaps. So people would be riding around in Dodge Magnums and Chrysler 300s with Rolls Royce grills and front ends.
Man, that's crazy.
That's hard.
Tax season was annoying, dog. Every year.
We do it different down south. Tax season is you got a different fat white lady on your arm. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Literally.
find one.
Now you sound like my father.
All right, y'all. I'm out.
Hey,
that's it.
That's out the mud. We got
Shout out to
Rashad
Papa Bull. Shout out to Papa Bull.
Hey,
Out
in
the
the
mud. We
Papa
got
Bull. Free that man.
out the mud. We got Rashad
In the
McCants.
summertime, we looking for snow bunnies, but during tax season, we looking for snow men. You got to be the size of Frosty.
What? Hey, Jay. What 81? What 81?
Whatever. Kobe's 81.
Kobe's 81. All right, y'all.
All right, man.
It's out the mud. We got Rashad McCants.
He just wrapped it up.
Oh
Hey,
he said Kobe's 81. Get him up out of here. Get him, pack him up.
get that
All
man
right,
out
man.
my chair. Get that-
Oh man.
Nah, but Steve
Oh.
Kerr diabolical dog. He
Steve Kerr,
diabolical.
man, I don't know what's going on in that Warriors organization, and how they went from being the top of the top, so good, competitive. They were in some of the greatest finals matchups in history. Like the team was, and then how you go from that to this?
I mean,
the fall off is crazy. Shout out to J. Cole.
Listen,
Hey.
it happens when whoever held the blessing
wow.
leaves. Somebody that was in that organization, I don't know if it's Bob Myers.
I'm
Mike
thinking Bob
Brown,
Myers.
or whoever it is, but when somebody, when the anointing and the blessing is on somebody, then they leave your life and it start falling apart, but you doing the same stuff. Like it's not working. You know, what's going on? Hey, your covering is gone. And I think Bob Myers covered a multitude of sins while he was there, man. All this stuff was going on while he was there.
Man.
You know what I mean? And I knew that dude was special when he was the only one that seemed like he cared about Kevin Durant when he tore his Achilles. He was crying at the press conference.
Nah,
like
y'all
crying.
missing.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
don't even know what happened, yo. Somebody
What?
said that they when they built that new stadium, somebody put a Cleveland LeBron James jersey underneath it. They gotta go dig that up.
That's just on the midcourt. That's just at the half court line.
It was the one. It was the one that never mind, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
Is that a true
and
story?
Jay, right next to that LeBron jersey is a KD jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, until you do right by
Until
me.
you do right by KD.
Yeah. Somebody was playing with a Ouija board with a
no.
and there was Teagan in the Curry jersey, just a jersey and nothing else on. There was a dude.
Please.
Oh, go put some draws on. Make it right. Make this right.
No, but what really happened, Bree, for real, when they was building the Raiders stadium, one of the construction workers was a Chiefs fan, and he buried a Chiefs joint right there. But somebody seen him, and they went and dug it up before they put the last layer of concrete. But they said the same thing happened in Atlanta. They said they tore down Martin Luther King Church and built the stadium.
Yeah, they built the stadium on the church. The Falcons ain't winning shit.
Damn.
They ain't winning.
Man, that's ultimate gentrification, bro.
No, that's
For real. That's a great,
and then,
great
hey,
point.
you know what made it worse?
That's why Messi's here.
You know what made it worse about that Atlanta stadium? They put a Chick-fil-A in there. They primarily play on Sundays.
But Chick-fil-A closed on Sunday.
That's crazy. They thinking about bringing a soccer team to Baltimore. I mean, Messi's here right now, about to play versus Miami, but they're contemplating bringing a soccer team to Baltimore, and I think it's
Baltimore niggas they don't need soccer.
Bro, they love soccer around here. I'm telling you. The bars love soccer.
I was about to say you can't just go about the one part of Baltimore you hear about, man. It's a really big city, and there's a lot of different type of people there.
It is. It's almost like DC when it comes to the diversity to a certain degree.
Kay said the New Orleans arena is literally over a graveyard. To on the other hand, in New Orleans, you didn't have much choice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Most of the graveyards in New Orleans is eye level, right? They don't even bury them underground.
Yeah,
they say New Orleans is cursed.
What are they called? Not tombs, but there's a
I think it starts with an M.
Mausoleums.
Let's go with that.
That's like Athens Greek.
What are somebody help me out? What's the name of
the tombstone?
Catacombs. Is it catacombs?
The catacombs. Oh, okay.
Is it catacombs? Somebody help me out.
Nah, Catacomb was a rapper from New Orleans.
I thought the Catacombs was the Catholic book that they hired in the Bible, or was that the Catechisms?
I thought the Catacombs was Egypt, and they had it in the Catacombs.
What are the things called?
The Catacombs is a breakfast cereal, and they shaped like octagons.
No, that's a scone.
That's honeycombs.
Honey joints, right? Honeycombs. Yeah, I was like, wait, honey.
No, a catacombs is catacombs is Diddy's nickname in jail.
We all get an A+ in history.
Yeah.
Woo, catacomb.
Catacombs is what Donald Trump rename FUBU to after he bought it.
He tried hard to get it. Shout out to FUBU.
That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why he and them Epstein's files, man. He tried to buy FUBU, man. They after that.
Hey, little do y'all know, it's a collab line with Sean John. They bringing it back as Catacombs.
Hey, Sean John, love don't cost a thing.
Britne said it's Mausoleums.
No, it's not about Mausoleum.
That's the Mausoleum. That's the
That's what it's called. It's Mausoleum, guys.
I mean, he used to play for the Panthers.
No. That's Hitler brother.
Kobe's 81. All right.
All right, y'all. We gone. We'll catch y'all next week, man. Peace. Y'all so daggone stupid.